Every podcast starts with laughing. Hey everyone, welcome to. Okay. I hate you. Welcome to episode 6 of the podcast. Today, Rob wants us to rank our favorite fast food places, and
We have a special story.
yeah, we have one
Special
story.
special sauce, baby.
We've said the story in stream when I was playing Rainbow Six before.
I think have I said it or I just mentioned
No,
it?
you
the
said
other
it
day?
because I have a clip of it
Oh,
somewhere.
okay. God.
But it's a story from
Look
Rob's.
at these titties bounce.
It's a story from Rob's childhood.
Adolescence, you could say. I don't remember what age I was.
So last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bank account update first, I guess.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, I'm actually
Okay.
pumped for this. Rob got a job.
Yeah. So
That
So it's
he
about to
started
get
today.
real interesting.
so we're still looking at anywhere between 25 and 50. I haven't really looked at it in a while.
1,000?
No,
Dollars.
tens of dollars in my
Cents.
account. But yeah, so I got really restless just sitting around the house all day, and I pulled some strings, managed to get a job at an auto shop, which is the exact opposite of what I went to school for, but it's interesting enough. I have a few other things on the go too, but it'll be nice to get out of the house, get some coin back in my pockets. Hopefully next week I'll have a bit of a. Can we do projected bank account updates, or does it have to?
No.
Actually,
okay.
yeah, because
I
then
don't know,
next
yeah,
week when
yeah.
we circle back,
Yeah,
just
we have to
this won't
compare.
age well.
We
Yeah.
can compare.
Actually, I don't know.
This won't age
I probably won't have been paid yet. To be
No,
honest.
and the funny thing is you're just not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
The best
Like-
part about this is the fact that Rob has a beat down car and he's gonna now learn how to fix it. That's the
Oh,
most
God.
priceless
I'm actually
part about
looking
this.
forward to getting some life skills out of this. You
You know,
know,
you're gonna save money.
how to change tires, how to
If you don't already
do
know
the
how to do
basics.
that, isn't like
Well,
changing a tire is about the simplest thing you can do.
I know how to in
no
theory.
idea
I've just
how.
never had to.
I've had to fix two flat
I've
tires.
never changed one, but not gonna lie, I was a little freaked out last night because I didn't want to go in completely blind. And there's like 1,000 articles on the internet, like
Oh,
changing
Jesus.
tires for dummies, and there's like 4 steps. That's like
There's just Rob's photo in there. If you look like
for
this,
dummies.
He's got the stash and everything.
Literally.
Yikes.
You should pop off the. I don't know what it's called, so this is off to a bad start. The hubcap.
Yep.
Yep, and then you loosen things. I won't
Yeah.
bore you with the details, but you know
the bolts.
the bolts.
You gotta jack
Wait,
it up
yeah, you-
first.
No,
Or you
you
loosen it, then
no,
jack
you
it
loosen
up.
it,
then
you
jack it,
Because
and then
if
you
you try
take it
to
off.
loosen them when it's jacked up, you'll just knock the jack or car off the jack.
I've never tried doing
Alright
anything
there,
like
Hulk.
this, so we'll see. Although they have machines and like tools that
Doesn't
make it
take
easier.
much.
I was just imagining Rob like taking off the wheel before it's even jacked up at all, and just the car flops onto the ground. Just, like,
Just
this
breaks
isn't-
my leg.
Last Christmas on my way home from like my parents' house, that's when my tire popped.
Oh god.
Oh.
So it's like in the middle of fucking winter.
Yeah.
And it popped. I'm like, wow, this fucking blows. But
That's such like a Christmas movie. Like you're on. Your
yeah,
way
it actually
home.
sucked. Yeah.
Shane's
It's got a
Christmas
nice
adventure.
blizzard going.
Yeah. It was so snowy. We literally stopped. There was like one place that's like really lit up. Just stopped in their parking lot, fixed everything,
That's nice.
and then
Ah,
had to go
that's
home on the
perfect.
freaking donut. But
Jeez.
I don't even have a spare in my car.
I don't
Hold on.
either.
Is there winter spares?
I have like a donut tire. It's like it's like a very small tire that literally is only meant to
Oh,
go
I've seen
X amount of
those, yeah.
miles.
Yeah, but like, do you need a upgraded one for if you get a flat in the winter?
You just don't. You have one winterless.
one.
Yeah, you have one tire that's just not.
And you're either gonna die or you're gonna
No.
live.
Yeah.
You become like a 3-legged dog.
Yeah. My other one was worse.
Or
It was on.
one-legged me.
It was on the Gardner. I was driving down the Gardner,
shit.
and the Gardner claimed one of my tires.
Oh,
like it just literally pretty much like someone reached out and just this is mine now.
It's a graveyard of tires and just car
Yeah,
parts on
it's-
there.
It's fucked. But that one sucked because I had to pull off, and then by the time I pulled off, my tire was like on fire.
And you're in Toronto, so everyone's like honking at you.
yeah,
and
it,
shit.
it sucked. But
You could probably assemble a car off all the various parts that have fallen off on the Gardner.
the worst part of that is like the donut you're only supposed to go 60 kilometers an hour on.
And you
So
were
like
you were
I was in
probably ripping.
Toronto and I had to go back home. So like at first I'm going 60 down the 401, and anybody that's done that, like I thought I was gonna die.
It's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
People are going like 140 past me.
Yeah, literally, almost like double your speed.
So then I just went 100.
Yeah.
If the tire blew up, it blew up. I was fine.
He has
Just
the
change
other
it again.
donut. Right?
Yeah.
Just has like 3 donuts ready
Make
to
a
go in
quick
case.
prayer and just step on the gas.
Exactly. I got CAA. If I need to use it, I'll use it. Yeah.
I had to use CA one time because this was back when I was still in school for media shit, and I had like drove up for an exam, and then on my way back, it was in the middle of the winter, so like Christmas time, and on the way back, I decided for some reason to take the back roads instead of the highway, and turns out my brakes were cut.
What?
By who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This guy.
Disgruntled fan.
Disgruntled. Hey, you didn't read my sub out loud.
From my understanding is just that it was so cold that when I pushed on the brake to like
There's like a
shift
fluid.
gears, the fluid just like burst. And then so like
Sounds familiar.
the first like 10 kilometers or so was fine. I was like braking, it wasn't stopping like too fast. I was like, oh, whatever. And then I'm on like the back roads, which are 80, and I have to go through a roundabout, and you're slowing down for a roundabout, and my car's just not slowing down.
Oh, God.
And I'm like smashing on the brake. I'm like, holy fuck. And then luckily I was going so fast, but I managed to curve around the roundabout, and then I was like, okay.
Just drifts the whole thing.
I was like, maybe this is just like a freak thing. Like maybe it's gonna
Speeds
work
up
now.
again.
Yeah,
So,
this
like,
guy definitely sped up again.
so like I'm pushing on the brakes and nothing's happening. I'm like, okay, fuck it. And then I just like go into the right lane, like try to slow down naturally, which takes fucking forever in a gas car. And then I had to like pull into a neighborhood going around the corner like 30 kilometers an hour. I'm like,
There's a kid. I can't stop. Kid, get out of the way.
There's a bomb in my car.
It's one of those like 40 zones, and there's just an angry mom that's like, look at the sign.
There's just a school. It's just a picture of Christian ripping by in a Tesla.
Yeah.
I
So
can't brake.
this
Everyone's
was-
like, sure you can't.
this was before my Tesla.
I remember you telling
Was
me
this
like
in
the
the old
next
minivan?
Yeah, this was my mom's car. It
you
was
telling me the
awful.
next day you're like, dude, I'm so happy I didn't choose to go like the way I always go, because you would have
Yeah.
been on the 401 with no brakes.
Yeah, that would have been fucked.
You
I
see
would have
that.
You
died.
see brake lights ahead. Oh man.
Dude, that's making my heart beat just thinking about it. Being on the 401, like surrounded by cars.
That's
Exactly.
the only time I've ever taken the back road. Like I just put it into my GPS and I was like, fuck it, I'll just go back.
Remember you telling me this? You're like, I am so what the hell?
Do you
I
want to know
got
what that's
lucky.
called?
Those back roads are so nice though.
Do you want to know what that's called?
Divine intervention. Yeah.
How did you know I was going to say that?
Because you're a stupid Christian boy.
We'll say that for a different day. All I know is that my
Wait,
Corolla
what?
would never.
His mom listens to this. Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Mom, if you hear that,
All I
He
know-
is devoted.
All I remember is like Robin Zayre's days in high school where he'd come in with like his cross around his neck and be like, oh
I
yeah,
never
like,
did that. What the hell? I never wore a cross around my
Like an
neck.
Italian mafia guy.
Yeah.
and he'd
Got
be
that
like
gold
talking
chain.
about be talking about like all his like religious things and he's like, oh yeah, and this fucking girl, man, she's so hot, and like all these creepy comments. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can't confirm up to the point of me wearing a cross to work. Do you guys remember me doing that? I don't think I ever
Yeah,
did
Oh,
he
that.
had
all the time.
Yeah, and then I had my bishop's cap on also, and
Dressed
No.
up
He had
like
a
a robe.
cross and a garlic on a keychain.
a silver bullet in my pocket.
I think it was actually when you were like, oh yeah, like I went to church today. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's the
You're
first
religious?
That's the first knee-jerk reaction I get. Is everyone's like, they'll be like, "Hey, can you do this?" Oh, I'm going to church. You're full of shit, man. You're not going to church. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm literally going to church."
I mean, have you met yourself?
Well, have I? Technically, we could get into a really
Whoa.
deep conversation here if we
Whoa.
wanted to. I don't know. Dude, you just tripped me out so hard. Now I'm trying to think of a way to
Oh,
approach
no.
that.
All right, to move on from this, tell Brew the story. I think Shane has already heard it, but tell
I don't
one of
think
them
I've
the
heard
story
this.
about the
I don't know.
the
Okay.
disc.
I'm trying to think of how context needed.
So we initiated the story talking about how many things we've broken while playing video games.
'Kay.
I've never broken a controller or a headset.
I don't think I've
Out of
broken
rage.
anything. I've slammed my desk maybe once, but
I've slammed my desk once a day.
I don't think I've broken anything. I was never like a throw it kid.
No,
Yeah,
me
I've
neither.
never been an angry gamer at all.
Yeah,
Ever.
okay.
Ever. I've never done any of that.
There, buddy.
Well, no, Shane's the type where he's just like, God damn it, Drew. You hear the headset
Yeah.
drop, and then you just hear a punch in the wall. Comes
Usually,
back, he's like, all right, I'm ready.
I just mute myself and then listen to music. Turn
You
the
just-
music up.
You hear the fine china start smashing in the background.
Bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a pretty angry gamer. I think it's because of my
Surprise.
roots. Okay, so
that actually kind of surprises me. I would not peg Rob as an angry gamer.
Really?
I don't know. It
Oh, yeah,
happens,
definitely.
man.
Because
Yes.
everything else he's just so chill about. Like I could see him getting mad, but not like
It takes a lot to get me
physically
fired up.
unleashing it.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. You can't even say that. There's like probably one kid that's like, your mom sucks, and Rob just freaking loses it. Like,
I don't know,
it
like-
takes probably nothing.
And
He
Rob-
just gets in the Rolla like, oh great,
But
buddy,
he
I'm
just
coming
hears
for
that
ya.
squeaky little voice, and
It is
the
that.
kid's probably just like, "Hi, Robert," and he just goes off.
Yeah, like the two worst games like that come to, or three, I guess: COD, Overwatch, and Gears. I don't even play Gears anymore because of this rage.
This is
I
where the
just-
story is.
So you guys can't see, but Christian's just dying of laughter already.
Because I know where the story is going.
It's
When he
fucked.
told me it, I couldn't believe it. But
Mhm,
continue.
Okay. So for context, Gears of War was the first M-rated game I was allowed to buy. Kind of weird, right? If you were my parents, and like I come to you with like a bunch of M-rated games, and you say, "Yeah, the one with chainsaws and blood and everything is
Yeah.
when you're allowed to get." Excuse me. So I'm playing Gears. I love it. I start playing it. Beat the campaign. Haven't tried online yet because I'm too scared. Start playing online with a good friend, and like he's really good, so he's like carrying me through all my matches, and like I got used to Gears being that easy. You know what I mean? Because when you play with someone who's good, you win every game.
Like when we play Siege.
Yeah, to an extent. I'd say Drew carries harder than you do sometimes. But
Chat knows.
so and then my friend like moved and stopped playing as much Gears, but I was still like obsessed with it. So I was playing Gears every day, but of course don't have my super good friend carrying me all the time. And then the game's getting more and more frustrating. And like the one thing that always pissed me off so much was back in the very first Gears, there was the chainsaw fights, right? If two people come at each other with chainsaws, it was completely relying on like the connection or who started it first, who got the kill. And I always got screwed over, man. I swear to God, I probably won like 10 out of like 15,000 chainsaw fights. Pissed me off so much.
That sounds like your Tinder ratio.
Rob's like
Maybe
the epitome
Bumble.
of the Walmart connection meme.
Yeah.
Literally. And then like one day I had a bad day. I got a bad mark on a test at school. Come home. Of course, the first thing you want to do when you're in a shitty mood is play the game that triggers you, right? Might as well. Hop on Gears. First 2 games just go absolutely shitty. Like I'm freaking out. I'm already punching my desk. I'm like mad. I'm sweaty. I sweat a lot, especially when I'm angry.
And this was back when you were like when you're
Yeah,
really
I was
sweaty.
I was like, we won't call myself fat. We'll call myself a little chunky at the time. About
Dumb
He was
thick.
a little
Yeah.
fluffy.
I was about $190 at 5'11". So wait, no, 5'10".
I've never heard someone say $190 before.
Really?
190 pounds. Never heard
Yeah,
them say
never
But
heard
that.
he
that
also
before.
has
Lots
never
of people.
played sports, so.
Oh, I get.
Yeah, it's fair.
It is kind of a sports term, I guess, to an extent. Anyways, so I'm like super pissed off, like so angry. I just want to, so I think to myself, I'm gonna play one more game. What's the worst that can happen, right?
classic.
So
Famous
I'm playing.
last words.
I'm playing this game that starts off okay. The worst is when like you're playing that last game and it starts to go okay. Like, oh, maybe this isn't so bad after all, right?
Mhm.
Oh, I can
and
do
then one
this.
bad death comes. I remember I got killed by those stupid fucking grenades that were looked like a chain. You know what I mean? If you guys ever played Gears, maybe.
Like
Anyways.
the bolo
Played
grenades.
casually.
Yeah, they have a huge splash and it killed me, and I was already pretty pissed off. And then
The chainsaw.
so like it's near the end of the game, and I'm like, I already know it's my last. I'm already so mad, right? Like I literally feel sweat like down the side of my face, and like I'm so red.
Hyper aware.
Literally, and my parents keep opening the door, being like, "What are you doing down there? Like, what's going on?" Because I kept like smacking my chair and everything, right?
And that's pissing you off even more. that
Literally,
they're
I'm just
talking
like,
to you.
"Leave me alone!" And it's like, "It's a video game. Why are you so angry?" And I'm like, "You guys don't understand." Jeez. Anyway, so me and Buddy, I come to this top of the staircase. I remember this clear as day. I come to the top of the staircase. Me and him are meeting at like a 90-degree angle, so I know for a fact it's going to be a chainsaw fight. I start mine first. I remember it. Trust me, I remember it. I hear it, like, mine's rumbling first, and then he comes, and I'm like, yeah, free kill. It's going to end the game. All of a sudden, I'm getting chopped in half by a chainsaw. I start seeing red. I literally go like this, start slapping my legs. Like, I'm so angry. And I don't know what came over me, but my first instinct was press the eject button. I took my Gears disc and I held like this, one half of my mouth, one half of my hand, just snapped it like that.
Why with your mouth?
I don't know, man. I just put it. I just put it in my mouth, started gnawing on it, and biting it. I snapped it with my
Literally
hand.
bit
Not
his
like
disc
this.
in half.
And then, dude, after the fact, I was just sitting there, had half a piece of disc in my mouth. I just kind of let it drop into my hand, and I'm just like, man, I'm so fucked up in there. Get some sort of help.
Lip bleeding like Joker.
No, there was no
Yikes. cuts,
actually, no damage, but.
Goes to EB Games. My disc isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
Can I get a new
I
one?
think there's a scratch.
She's like, there's tooth marks on it, and that's not even in one piece. And, oh, I have a really angry dog. You got a hold of it. But yeah, that's as angry as I've been probably my entire life.
All thanks to Gears of
All
War.
thanks to Gears of War, and I haven't bought a I bought Gears of War 4, and I played it for a bit, but I felt
Wait,
that
I own
same
all
like.
of them.
I
But it
felt
was
that-
downloaded, so he had to bite his hard drive.
Yeah, I had to,
in
literally-
half.
Yeah,
I had to
true.
bite my Xbox in half.
That's why his computer doesn't work very well anymore.
Keep gnawing on the cables, but yeah, I don't know. That's as angry as I've been ever.
I don't think I've ever broken a peripheral, like whether it be keyboard, mouse, controller, anything.
I definitely haven't.
I've
Like,
broken a controller and a
I-
headset.
I've broken stuff over wear and tear, like
Yeah.
my mice double clicking and having to get a new one, but that's pretty common.
That's not out of anger
I've
though.
ruined like Xbox games because of neglect, but not
Like
Not
my
out of
old
rage.
PlayStation games are all scratched to shit.
Yeah.
I remember too, like being a young kid trying to Google how to fix it, and it was like I was like, I hate this game, but it has scratches, so I'll try to fix it.
Was it toothpaste?
No, it was peanut butter.
What?
So I like put peanut butter all over it, and then let it sit for a day, and then like cleaned it and put it back in, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But
Really?
yeah.
Put it in the microwave next?
No, we didn't do that.
There's probably some guy out there who's writing all these stupid tips, and like, haha, there's some kids out there who's gonna actually put peanut
But
butter
there was
on his
definitely a
fucking-
toothpaste one. They're like, oh, just smear it with toothpaste, and
Yeah.
all the scratches will be fine.
Yeah, I've heard that toothpaste never worked for me. I
Well-
tried that a few times.
They're actually, from what I've heard, they're pretty easy to fix because the thing that gets scratched is just like a protective plastic layer. It's not like where the actual data is.
Mm.
So if you were to take that off and put on a new one, it would work fine.
But it's like
9-year-old
enough that
me
it
can
can't
do that. Like,
Some 9-year-old is breaking the disc apart.
yeah, it's
to its
like peel
bare
this layer
components.
off, grab your super glue gun, and smear it. Get spatula.
Get your
white
soldering
smooth.
iron. Ask
Yeah.
your parents first.
I have no idea how true that is though, because people are always like, oh, like the top of the disc is the actual sensitive one. Like if you scratch the top, that's where all the data, like, because it's not protected, right?
Mhm.
It's just like a paper
Yeah,
layer.
so yeah.
I don't know how
Top
true
of
that
the
is.
disc?
What?
I don't think so. I have no idea how
Like
it
where
works.
the
So.
decals are?
Yeah, like where the
Like
Your
it,
cover
like it reads the part doesn't have the like logo thing on it, you know?
Yeah, but like the logic that I read was they were saying that since the top is just covered by paper,
Yeah.
and nothing, like not the protective plastic layer, that if you like scratch the top, it's actually going to corrupt the data. Whereas if you scratch the bottom, it's a protective layer and the data will be fine.
I'm 90%
That's what I
sure
heard.
it reads it with lasers from the bottom.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
we
you-
know that.
Okay,
So if you
if you take a USB stick and cut it in half, yes, it will still
Oh, okay, I see
plug
what you-
in, but it's
okay.
not going to read the fucking data. It's going to be
Gotcha,
missing.
gotcha. Well, you know, it might read something.
It might pick up like, hey,
It would
you
read
have half a
half of
USB
it,
stick in here.
You cut a third of it, it reads a third of it.
exactly.
I understand now.
I could go on about just like phone calls. Have no idea how the fuck an Xbox can read a disc
Yep.
or
Through
like
a
a
laser.
CD player. Yeah, but like explain like do you know? Like, could you explain to me in like
No.
layman's terms how like the bottom of an Xbox disc can contain like I don't know 550 gigs of information and like an entire map? And, like,
Well,
all
I think a
sort of
CD Max can carry 5 gigs, but
What's
Well, actually,
the basic summary, I don't know all the details
Are-
myself, but from my understanding, it's just basically it just like etches into the disc
and then,
like
puts-
different like values essentially, and when it reads it, it just knows how to decode it.
it's like a modern record.
Yeah,
Dude, one of these days I'm just gonna sit and just watch a shit ton of YouTube videos and like how all this stuff works.
I want to
There you
talk
go.
about that.
All
I
right.
fucking hate Rob
Okay.
because
Me too.
What the hell,
Thank you.
man?
Hey man, I like you. Don't worry.
Thanks,
won't come
Shane.
climb
This
this
is
fucker,
this fucker, bro.
Oh,
I sent him a video
I'm
that's
perfect.
actually like
Oh,
a
yeah.
logistic analysis of the NFL and talking about like all these problems that they have and also like solutions that they've implemented and how they handle the whole league. And I thought it was really interesting.
Send it to me.
I thought it was really cool. And then I sent it to him and he's just like, oh man, I'm not gonna be home for a few hours, so I can't watch it. I'm like, okay, like watch it tonight. Let me know what you think. And I messaged him later. I'm like, did you watch it? And he's like, oh yeah, man, it was hilarious. All right.
So that's
This
a no.
fucker.
so
I
it's
clicked
either
on it.
he legitimately found it funny or it's what it's like
No, it's
No, you
not
just didn't
possible.
watch
it's
it.
like
Yeah.
an automated response from
Well-
the data center of Rob.
Like I watched the like. Here's my take on it. I watched the first minute, and being a huge huge NFL fan, I feel like it was slandering the NFL.
It
So
was
I
literally talking
Was
about
it
how
fake news?
no, it
like
was
it raised. I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously, but it raised some like
you only watched a minute, Christian.
It was
Come
like
on.
is objective when it's opinion or subjective is your opinion.
subjective is your own opinion.
So it raised a bunch of objective points, being like this is wrong, this time, and they could do this, which is okay. But I thought that it was a little egregious and like talking how bad it was,
Okay, so
and I was like, hey,
Oh, back up. You're wondering like the difference between subjective and objective, and then you're pulling out words like egregious.
yeah, well, egregious is a word I've had to use a lot. I learned it at a young age.
anyways, the video basically is just an analysis of the NFL
Thesaurus.com.
Mhm.
and the logistical nightmare of flying teams around and
Okay.
how they had to like originally they would charter planes and they'd be like, oh, we're paying for this plane to fly us from this city to this city, but then this plane would sit in an airport for like 28 hours while they're in the city playing the game,
Mhm.
they're in town, whatever, and the airplane company would not get paid while that plane was sitting there. And it was just talking about how like some companies are dropping NFL teams, how some NFL teams are having to buy their own planes, or like all this like nightmarish stuff that's happening, and how the NFL wants to expand into the UK,
Mhm.
and how that's going to be even harder for people
It's a
flying
whack
from
idea.
like West Coast US to the UK for a game.
The thing is, like right now, like every NFL owner is a billionaire.
Yeah,
So
they
like,
should have.
they can all like they all have their own private planes.
They should afford like a fleet
Man.
of planes.
Well,
for the
that's
team.
so. That's the thing is, so some of the teams,
Now they
and that's
do.
in the video. If you had watched it, you would know this. In the video, they talk about how some of the biggest teams, like the Dallas Cowboys, and I think
Jerry.
I think the Panthers, is that another rich
Yeah.
team?
Yeah, they're
so
rich
they were
as
like,
hell, but they're
they were like,
pretty-
oh, these teams have no problem with this because they have no problem paying like $8 million for 8 flights in
Yeah.
a year.
It's probably teams like that are really stingy with their cap. All right, like the Redskins, for example,
Yeah.
teams that are trying to cut
but
corners.
they also just have shitty owners. So.
Yeah, just shitty owners that don't want to.
But again,
spend
like for
money
the
to-
most part, like nowadays, like every team is worth about $1 billion. You
At
can afford a
least,
fucking
yeah.
plane.
That's like the Raps. They just get Drake to fly him around everywhere.
literally Drake
Correct.
bought him a plane.
No,
Really?
Drake.
No,
Or
let
Drake
him
bought
use-
himself a
plane.
plane, and
No.
then he lets them use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake owns like a full commercial plane. Like none of this private jet bullshit. It's like
It's like a Boeing 747. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just decked out.
Well, the video that I sent him is like from a channel that mainly talks about planes. So I've been learning a lot about each of the different Boeings and like all their different capacities. Like, this is so cool.
The thing that's holding the NFL back in the UK is like I think they could figure out the flight thing. Like there's obviously fans. They're selling out like Wembley Stadium. They're selling out
Yeah.
like all these massive stadiums. The thing that's holding them back is how does that team travel to the West Coast and play a game?
Yeah.
That's exactly That's what
Like
the
it's
video
not the
talks-
travel part. The travel you get on a plane, but it's the time zone thing. You drop what 8 hours or 7 hours. That team is
It would,
now.
it would destroy the athletes. Like,
It would kill them.
Yeah.
Like you can make the adjustment from West Coast to East Coast. It's a couple hours. They just literally go to bed an hour earlier every day.
yeah.
You can't do that for like a 9-hour jump or an 8-hour jump.
Well, they were saying how so there's I think 4 NFL games per year in the UK. Like
And
Yes,
it's
3
going
preseason.
up and up and up.
3
yeah,
preseason
and they
games
want to
and then-
branch into 8.
Yeah.
But they said like the issue right now is like the teams that go there, they basically have to take like a whole week to adjust their sleep schedule, and they go like 15 minutes each day later and later.
Yeah, there was a story
Yeah.
this year. I think the Raiders played a game, and they went like a week and 2 days early and didn't even practice for the first 2 or 3 days, just that their team could like get accustomed to like the where they were and like the time zone and stuff.
But
Which
yeah,
is probably
it's
the
huge.
best way to
Again,
do
they're selling out all the soccer stadiums.
Yeah.
The last one was at Tottenham Stadium, and they seat 50K.
Yeah, it sold out.
Jeez.
So like
Is
we're not
that
talking.
a lot for a football stadium? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
it's
like
pretty
It's
big.
like a lot just in general.
yeah, like the
but-
average.
Wasn't the first one at like Wembley? Like didn't they sell it like one of the ones that are like
Yeah,
100,000?
They sold out last year was like I don't know about 100, but it was like 70,000 at least for sure. Because the tickets there are also a little cheaper than they are to watch a game here.
Well, you also
which
have to
makes
think
sense.
about it that these people are like, this is one of 4 games that's going to happen
Correct.
in your
Yeah.
country, and
But that's what makes
gotta
me
do it.
feel like if they had their own team, like the way they would be, it would be huge.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But the issue is again, if that team had to go to the West Coast, the only way you could get it to work is if you traveled on like a bye week and then you did all your West Coast games in like 3 weeks and then you went back home.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you'd have to do everything in a chunk. You'd be away from home for like 4 weeks, but
that's the other issue they rose is like people don't want to do that.
but you still have a
Yeah.
bye week. Like it's doable.
It's
And,
doable.
and the trip from like say London to New York, you could probably do that. You could manage that. It
Yeah.
really is only those West Coast teams going to London and vice versa.
I would just like if they did if they did instill that as like a thing, I can see the players like putting in a new bargaining agreement saying like I don't want to play for this team because it's just away from my family and everything.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
They're
imagine
They're probably
having
better
to,
off starting like their own farm league and team over there first. You know what I mean?
They already do that though. Players,
Like, is
players
there-
can do that.
Like there's is there an NFL like feeder school in the
No.
wherever they were playing the UK?
No, they
Not
said
yet.
that for the most part, like there's not much talent, so they'd have to fly in most people.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
everyone would be coming from America.
Yeah, just like UK is like soccer everywhere. You know what I mean? It'd be so hard to like.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the
You mean
fan base,
football?
I think
Yeah, foot
I think that-
FUTBOL.
I think the fan base
Football.
could convert. I don't think that's an issue. You're gonna have fans, but
because they have
Yeah.
rugby, they're used to it.
correct. But they're used to any like it's a sport.
I guess like UK like English people like they would go freak out over soccer. It just probably wouldn't take them too much to get
Well, yeah,
fired
exactly.
up
because in the
over
UK they
football.
don't have anything else to do, so they
Yeah.
just
Yeah, they just freaking drink and ole ole ole.
Yell at bus drivers and watch football.
and fuck
Exactly.
sheep. Don't forget the sheep.
Oh,
Oh, that's only
Yeah.
in specific areas.
Yeah.
Sorry. Scotland and Wales.
Been watching
they
too
fuck
much
sheep.
Vice.
keeping warm? Okay, yep. All right.
Keeping something warm.
Oh, jeez.
That's a very bad joke. Get it?
Oh God.
Get it?
That was awful.
You guys, hopefully, you guys all caught on to that.
Oh, that
That's
was
what I'm
good,
here for,
Robbie.
man.
Is that it? That's the only.
That's all I have
He
to
just
offer.
walks out.
But yeah. All
It's
in
on my
all,
part.
I think a UK football expansion would be very ambitious, but ultimately I think I might. And here's again, just strictly
Rob's
my opinion.
wrapping up his thesis.
Yeah, literally. This is my closing paragraph. You can find my works cited after. But I think like putting a team there might even kind of like take away some of that excitement. You know what I mean? Because like they're spending their entire year waiting for a game to come. They're almost in the team's there. It's like, oh, we have a team now. This is awesome.
But that excitement's now gone because you got like 6 games a year, 4 games a year.
That's what I'm like. That's just the trade off of like, you know what I mean? It's like you always want what you can't have, and then you have a team all of a sudden. It's like makes you wonder how an NFL team would do in Toronto, for example.
Yeah.
Because like Toronto's like if you're not cheering for the Leafs, cheer for the Raptors. If you don't cheer for those, cheer for the Jays.
As long as they're better
And-
than
and-
the Argonauts, they might do okay.
But and nobody cheers for the Argonauts. Like,
Yeah.
So
Is it the soccer team?
Football
oh,
team.
geez.
No.
No, they have a CFL
That's TFC.
team.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Toronto Football Club is
And
the
Toronto
soccer
football,
team.
like over the last like I don't know 5, like they've gotten huge.
They've been pretty good.
Yeah,
they have
no,
a huge
they
following.
did well.
But
like-
yeah, it's like hockey, basketball, soccer, whatever the Argonauts
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
And then, actually, I bet you
Flag football.
I bet you the Toronto Rock probably gets a bigger
Probably,
crowd
yeah.
than the
Dang.
Argonauts.
Dude,
Like they're huge.
sick though, man.
What's the Toronto Rock?
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. when you're
I
in
thought you were talking
Toronto
about-
and there's a Toronto Rock
No.
game
It's lit.
and a Leafs game at the same time, it's honestly like 50-50 Rock jerseys
Correct.
and Leafs jerseys.
So like I
I did
almost
not know
feel
they had a
like
team.
I feel like they've done better than the Argonauts somehow.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that's possible.
The
But
Argos are a dumpster fire, man.
I guess lacrosse is technically like Canada's sport, so
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
technically it's our national sport. Yeah.
And it's apparently in the States, it's the sport of the future. That's what I've been reading in some articles. But it's kind of that people are kind of memeing it, being the sport of the future.
Wait, lacrosse is the game where they have that like little net stick, right?
like-
Yeah.
Okay.
Ball hockey meets baseball.
It's like hockey on skates, but your stick has a net and a ball.
Wait,
What you're not
on
on
skate-
skates. just
okay.
don't
Or
listen to that
hockey,
part.
hockey not on skates.
It's like
Hockey on skates. Fuck. So
Wow.
I have a question for you guys. What do you think are the 4 most popular sports in the world? Viewed.
Soccer's
Cricket.
number 1.
Soccer's
Cricket
by
number
far number
one.
1.
Number 2 is probably baseball.
Cricket's number
No,
one.
no, soccer, cricket,
Baseball.
Baseball's only American.
No,
Though.
but think of how
It's-
many.
it's also Asia. Very
and
big in
and
Asia.
South America.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, think of
yeah,
how many
I
like,
guess.
Mexican, Spanish, all these other like nationalities come and play. Like Vladdy Guerrero Jr., for example, for the Jays. He's from where, the Dominican, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that.
well, that's all they live and breathe. That's
Yeah, literally,
That's
it's
a
like
way out.
baseball is like huge here. And then
Asian
it,
countries
I don't know.
love baseball.
Yeah, dude.
Japan is huge for baseball.
But like soccer's for sure 1.
I think soccer,
Cricket's got to be 2.
Yeah,
Cricket's,
I think
I
And I wouldn't be surprised if cricket's 1. Yeah,
I put cricket one.
Well, cricket's the biggest sport in India, right? Which is like
Yeah.
And India is just
and it's huge in
people
Europe.
on
It's-
people.
yeah. If we're basing it just off
Yeah,
like,
that's cheating.
population
Yeah.
interest, then India just wins in sheer volume.
okay, because when I asked,
Do you
chat,
know the answer?
No. But I asked,
What the hell?
Google right now.
but when I asked chat about this today, so many people were like football, like American
No.
football. It's like,
It's
are you
because they live in
fucking kidding
America.
me? Like, there's no way.
If
that's
you
most
live in the
popular.
United States, you think
It's gonna
football is
be
the be all
up
and end
there,
all.
I
but-
think okay, like, but what do we actually think? I'm thinking like soccer, cricket. I don't think baseball is. Maybe rugby, baseball.
I think it's sports,
Basketball.
the most accessible sports where all you need is like a ball or something to play. You know what I mean?
I'd say
Which-
cricket's definitely number 1.
think.
Okay, so the answer is soccer
Let's go.
is
Yeah.
number 1.
What's-
Cricket
What's our
is number
source?
2.
Field
hockey.
hockey.
No, get this shit out of here. It's something we don't
Tennis.
know.
Oh, I
Tennis.
I hadn't even
I
thought
can see
about that.
Tennis.
Volleyball, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Women's volleyball.
Interesting.
What's the source from?
Table tennis is number 2.
What's
Oh, okay, get this shit out of here.
All right, this is
World
bogus.
Atlas. I don't know.
Okay, try another one and
Here's
see if you can
one
find
more.
a
World
common.
and they must
try,
be right.
try and find a common denominator between more than one website because I'm not buying field hockey's in the top
Field
5
hockey,
sports in the
hockey,
world.
it's huge in Europe though.
Soccer, cricket, basketball, field hockey.
Field hockey.
Field hockey must be a thing, man.
Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia.
Oh yeah, field
It
hockey.
must be a thing,
It must be.
Well, I
man.
know like our high school or my high school team had field hockey,
but just females.
Yeah,
just
same.
girls.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
I think I want to play.
Yeah.
make it co-ed. I want to throw some elbows out there, man.
Rob's just out there tossing bows. The one guy in the league.
I have like black paint all over my face.
Oh no.
What's interesting?
Oh.
What's interesting is that American
following-
football gets combined with rugby, and it's still number 9 on the list.
What?
Yeah.
They're not.
That's amazing.
Why are they together?
I think we're forgetting how big the world is, man. Like, there's so many nationalities out there.
Whoa.
They
They're
just
not-
love sports.
They're not together. They're tied.
Are they?
They don't combine.
It must
says
be a
410,
tie.
410.
Oh,
Yeah, they
I thought
just-
that was a range. I didn't see.
I
the
don't know
second.
how they calculate like they're exactly tied. Like that's pretty fucked up. Just give 1-9, 1-10.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, especially when you're comparing
Someone just
global
didn't-
sports too. It's like you
Yeah.
found a dead even thing in the like 5,496 to 5,496.
No, but the count is 410,410,000.
Someone was definitely doing this at like 3 p.m. on a Friday. They're like, I'm not making a decision right
they're
now.
like,
We're rounding up.
Who's gonna read this article anyways?
No,
Fuck it.
what happened was they're a really big golf fan, and they wanted golf to slide in at number 10.
Exactly.
So they had to tie up one of them.
Which theoretically they'd both be 9-9.
exactly.
And then golf
And then
Nine,
golf
nine,
would be
nine.
11, but that's fine.
It'd crack the top 10 just for
Exactly. Just for that guy, that
Yeah.
golf fan.
that. Mhm.
But it wouldn't, but yeah.
I completely forgot about. Well, like people were in chat were saying cricket. I was like, nah, there's
Cricket,
no way.
it's got to be. It's
Yeah.
always one or two.
Dude,
Yeah. I
I
think
had
nothing
this-
beats soccer.
I had this one, I guess he was an Indian guy that I worked with.
Whoa.
And every lunch break, he'd just be watching cricket
Just
on his
ripping
phone.
cricket.
I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, Mark, like, you love cricket. He's like, man, I love cricket. And I'm like,
Is this the Mark that I met?
no.
I was gonna say it would make sense for him. He's
different
very.
Mark. I think he liked cricket too,
That
though.
would make sense.
And then I'm like, man, you gotta like show me sometime. He's like, sure, man, just tune into these channels. And I'm like,
Tune these
"Alright."
bootleg
Okay.
channels that are
Yeah.
gonna fuck up your computer.
But like this guy was in a cricket league. He watched cricket on his lunch break, and it was just like the thing to do.
See, it's a sport like I just don't get. Like some games go days long.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah.
I just need
Days?
to actually like like a couple days. Yeah.
That's fucked.
for
people-
one game.
And people
Like, do
can
the
be.
athletes get a chance to sleep and eat, or like?
Yeah. But like people can be
They do
at,
shifts, man.
but people can be at bat. Well, I don't know if that's a term, but they can be up to like for hours
At
and hours
paddle.
and hours and hours. Like there's people who can be like half a day at bat.
Fuck
At
that.
paddle. I don't
know what
actually
you
know.
call it, yeah. But I need to do my research. I don't know much.
I've
about
tried.
it.
I looked at like a quick explanation of cricket. I still have no idea how it works because it's like a rectangle with bases as well, but then there's like a paddle.
I think it's all I know is as soon as you catch it, you're out. That person's gone. If you hit it over the wall, like or over like the circle,
Home run.
you get an X amount of points. And if you hit it into the field, you have to run back and forth. You pretty much have to cross a line, and that's how you get points. That's all. But then there's those
This is
things like the
mind-blowing.
pitchers, like the pitchers trying to hit those like posts behind,
Yeah.
and then they have posts behind them. So I don't know what any of that means.
Extra points.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe if they hit that, you're just dead. I don't know.
Someone just shoots you from somewhere in the
Yeah,
stands.
So how
takes
Shane
do or die to a new level.
how Shane is explaining
Oh,
cricket.
it's like death race.
How
That was a
Shane's
sick
explaining
movie.
cricket's probably how it sounds like when I explain any other sport.
Fair.
Like
Yeah.
It's because I don't know it very well. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Christian, what does a quarterback do in football?
Throw.
Hey, that's
Okay,
good.
I guess never
Yeah.
mind. That was too easy.
Yeah.
What does an off?
Cornerback.
Yeah, what does a corner do?
Trick question.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a legit spot.
I like that outside the box thinking.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
use it because, like, in his
Trick
mind, he's
question.
like, they also throw the ball. What do you mean?
Well, I saw
they
you
throw
like.
it only to the corners.
I saw you giggle. I'm like, this is definitely a trick.
No.
There's lots of so many weird like sports terminologies that would just go right over your head. You know what a knuckleball is, right? In baseball,
That's like so you throw it and
Literally,
you
like,
have like the
yeah.
knuckles on the
Yeah.
actual
Oh,
ball.
what do you know?
What's it do? why is
Doesn't
it
it
special?
like curve down?
It just goes everywhere.
You don't know where it goes.
Yeah.
When the pitcher throws it,
He's
it
got no
just-
fucking clue.
you have no idea where it goes. It just goes freaking nuts.
You throw like a shot put, so like the ball doesn't spin, so it's kind of like does weird shit in the air.
But they still throw it fast,
Yeah.
which is why it
Wow.
does weird shit.
like 60, which is fast, I guess. Yeah. But they normally throw like 100 or like 90
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Or miles.
I would
per
assume
hour?
Yes,
that,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
assume MLB runs everything in miles per hour.
But
I think.
watching an
I'm
actual
expert.
knuckleball is the weirdest thing because like usually you can see the spin, so you kind of know where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
But like the knuckleball, it literally just looks stupid.
yeah.
Like and people just swing at the air. Like it doesn't make sense how the ball moves.
because the batter thinks, oh, this is coming so slow,
And
it's
it's like,
easy,
psych.
and then just drops right in front of them.
Yeah.
Jokes.
I was talking a lot about sports today on stream, and chat was
The hell?
telling me about how
what
fuck, we
happened?
missed it.
because I was talking about how like I just can't get invested in sports. Like I just don't have that
Fair.
part of me that like wants to care about a team or how
Yeah,
they're
so it's
performing.
fair.
And then they were like, oh, like if
You're
you're
free,
in the
but fair.
stadium, like if you're with the crowd, like that's how I thought about college football until I was in the stadium with everybody. And then I gave them the story of when we went to Boston and watched the Red Sox or whatever. And I was
Yeah,
just
Me
like,
and Drew are
there's a
going
grand,
fucking nuts.
there's a grand slam. They're dancing. I'm just like, I want to fucking leave. I don't want to
They
be
literally
here.
hit a grand slam, and Christian doesn't bat a.
And like we're talking like
Fucking eyelash.
Boston's got the green monster, right?
Yeah.
So he hits a fucking grand slam and it goes over the monster onto the fucking street.
and
That's a
Christian's
haymaker.
just sitting there. We're like, what?
Yeah. The thing is like it was what? When did we go? It was like April.
Yeah,
It was
April.
chill.
So it was fucking cold, but like I was into it. Like I was
Yeah,
warm,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
fine. Every single time they got a hit or a run, they'd play the jig, so we're fucking going
Oh,
ham.
yeah.
And Christian's just sitting
Yo,
there like
They
just
had the
frozen.
best music.
Yeah.
It was
Christian's
so
probably just
good.
like, get me the fuck out
Christian's
of
in his
here.
parka and he's like, I'm just too cold.
He's got like a big fucking hat on too. One of those woolly hats.
He's
cover
got the
his
fur
ears.
and
Amazing.
everything around the hood, and oh man,
I don't know, I just
Talk
can't
about-
get invested.
Talk about high maintenance. Goddamn.
I feel like one sporting event isn't going to change your
No,
opinion
exactly.
on
And
sport,
like-
though.
and it's baseball.
And baseball's
Yeah.
pretty hype, but like if you went to like a hockey game or a
Like-
football game,
If you
I've
think
been to
about
hockey games.
like I grew up playing hockey for 9 years. You're a little invested in the
Yeah.
sport at that
Yeah.
point.
when you play the sport, it makes you want like
Well, I think that's the thing is like when I was telling them, I was like, I don't have that
I don't get it.
connection to it. I don't have that care, connection, anything. I'm just like,
we should coin a term for that. What
Losers.
we're trying to like,
Gamers.
people who don't care about sports.
Yeah, losers.
But yeah, and Rob's obsession with football. He grew up playing football. He played
Yeah.
in high school. What's Blue University? High school.
Yeah, I almost said what high school I went to. Good thing I didn't.
Shane's just a freak. He loves all sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a fan of everything. Yeah.
It's weird that I like football so much because it just beats the shit out of me.
Well,
And then-
it's also bad because it's like everyone's so obsessed with football and football culture, but it's so bad, and like we have firsthand experience right here. Like it just destroys your brain.
I've
and
definitely
Rob
had-
can't.
All this guy can do is work on cars now, thanks to football.
I've definitely had 2 concussions. One of them, one of them went under the like. No, my coach is kind of like,
You're good.
"Can you see?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, get back in there." And then
crawling?
the other one was like, I don't remember what happened. I just remember like running on the field, and then next thing I know, it's like 5 minutes later, I'm on the bench. Pardon me, fuck, it's the CTE kicking in already. And I just remember everyone being like, "Man, you got fucking loaded." And I was like, "Dude, I don't even remember getting hit." And they were like, "That's pretty bad."
Yeah. Oh shit.
Rob just wakes up, starts running.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
literally, fuck,
He's
man.
running with the ball towards his own end zone. Or other team's like, yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
we'll,
See ya.
we'll let him do it. There's a clip of someone doing that actually
That,
going around
like,
Twitter. Yeah,
It happened literally last week.
Yeah.
No.
The guy got an interception and then he caught
Just
it and
takes
just
off.
takes off. His own teammate tackles him at his own 5-yard line. So he ran all the way. He was within like 5 yards of getting
What
a touchdown. His own teammate tackled him.
Wouldn't it just be like a safety or something at that point, though?
Yeah, if he would have run it in, it would have been a safety.
Yeah, I think.
But that's 2 points, and then the
And
other
they
team
give
gets the ball back. So you don't want that. But his own teammate literally chased him down and got him on his own 5.
the ultimate meathead moment.
And then just
Yeah.
looked at him like, dude.
It was.
So
it
is
was
this
what are you
NFL
doing?
or
No, like-
okay.
Like it was like
high
high school in
Yeah.
Texas or something like that.
But high school football
Oh,
in
in
Texas,
Texas.
is
Yeah.
bigger than our.
Yeah.
Bigger than
CFL.
yeah.
That guy was probably burned at the stake.
Honestly,
Probably,
well, man, like,
honestly.
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
best team in Texas for high school is probably has a bigger fan base than the Dolphins right now, if we're being honest, or the Redskins.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can't
But-
say that.
I said it, man.
It's a sports team,
Everyone
yeah.
knows where to find me if you disagree with that take.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go on
no.
Instagram. He has his driver's license posted there.
I'm getting hungry, so let's talk about food.
That's smart.
I don't know if
Good
that
segue.
works that way.
Well,
What are we
let's-
gonna do? Top 3 fast
yeah,
food places.
let's go around the circle, but we'll start with our favorite, then our second favorite, then our third favorite.
Okay.
I'm not prepared for this.
Are we gonna do Canadian ones only, just to make it? interesting?
No, because I have one that's from the U.S. So
Okay.
we're-
What? I don't
I've
know
only
US
had
ones.
one fast food place in the U.S. I don't remember what it was.
I've only had
what it
one
was.
U.S. fast food place, but it was in Canada.
Wait, no, you had Shake Shack with us in Boston.
It was delicious. It's my number one.
That's what. Okay, that was mine as well. Shake Shack was amazing.
So Shake Shack's your first?
Well, I'd probably say Firehouse Subs is my number one, just because it's here and I can actually have
I've never
it.
been that.
It's
been
so,
there.
good,
good.
dude.
How much are
I'm not a sub guy.
When's it
It's
open
It's about
till?
the same size,
It's
price
like
as
cold
Subway.
cuts.
Yeah.
Where is
Cold
it?
cuts?
Or I
Yeah,
guess
it's
tell
like
me
Subway,
after.
just like fancy.
It's like close to Toys R Us.
So it's like for you American, it's like
By
it's
the
like
mall.
Jimmy John's.
Oh, okay. That's a hike just to go for a sub.
It's better though.
No,
I
it's
know.
it's in the U.S.
Is it?
It's
they
like-
have Jimmy John's everywhere.
Well, it's-
and they're all like just cold, like
and
nicer
Jersey
cold
Mike's.
cut.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's from like New Jersey or
No, that's
New York
Jersey
area.
Mike's.
Yeah,
Nice
probably. They
thinking
got
of.
lots of firemen down there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then they've now slowly started integrating into Canada.
Is that
but-
the only location all the way down by
Can-
there?
Can we stick
What?
with ones that you can also find in Canada? Go.
No.
Though. No. All right. Fuck.
Canada a go.
Wait, that you can or can't?
Like ones that you only see. Well, not only, but that you see in Canada.
Yeah,
Like, they could be U.S. chains, but
Like Tim Hortons.
they have to have Canadian locations.
That was the dumbest
Oh,
thing.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. We'll go to all North America. Who am I to judge?
But I think mine is like Shake Shack. It was fantastic.
So good.
Five Guys. because every time I'm in Toronto, that's all I really want.
Oh god.
But the third is like, I don't know. I'd probably just go like Wendy's.
Wenditos?
Because just talking about how, because I eat there most often. It's not because it's the best, but for some reason I always just end up at Wendy's.
It's comfort food. It makes you happy to go
Yeah,
there.
and those like dollar Frosties
oh, in the
with
summer.
like with fries.
I tried that. It was not like I could not find the appeal of it.
Yeah, it's not that.
Those
good.
give me PTSD.
Yeah.
Well,
Those
because
give me
everyone hyped it
PTSD.
up. They're like, it's the best thing ever.
The dollar frosty always gives me a PTSD attack.
Why? Because you're lactose intolerant?
No,
Oh.
He shit himself after
just
he ate
think.
Rob's popping the
Just
lactate
think.
pills and getting the dollar from
Let's just say I've went on
Frosty
too many
Boy.
bad dates that involved
That's
a
fair,
dollar
'cause
Frosty.
You can't afford anything else. He's got to walk.
He
him to
wonders why they
Wendy's.
ended poorly.
Yeah.
Funny story about that. Quick one. I was like making plans with, someone that I matched with on a dating
Yep,
app.
yep.
I like how he was about to do air quotes on a girl. Just like making plans with a girl.
And like things were going okay, but this was when I was like broke back in like
A week ago. A week ago.
no like start of this year.
All right.
And then she was like,
I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
she was like where you want to go? And I was like, oh, like I'm an open book. Where do you want to go? Type thing, hoping she wasn't like going to do anything crazy. She's like, I was thinking like actually haven't been to Red Lobster in forever.
Oh my
I look at the
God.
menu and it's like $19.99 for like everything. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. We're not going to Red
Wendy
Lobster.
sound good or
Wait, $19.99? That's not
Yo.
that bad.
Yeah, but from when you're like a student that has
They got
like
dope
$80.
biscuits though.
Yeah, the biscuits are
Just
so
buy
good.
them from the grocery store.
You can do that?
Yeah, you just make them yourself. You add like water and you're good.
Oh, but not the Red Lobster specific ones.
Literally Red Lobster branded
They
biscuits.
sell them.
Okay.
They literally
You're
they
fucking
sell
with
the
me.
powder. You just add water, turn it into a little dough, cook it.
On my way home, I'm getting Red
Dude,
Lobster biscuits.
you're fucking
and
No,
with
you're
me.
not.
Keg-
I'm driving. You're
and
not.
keg
You're
bacon
not. I'm
scallops.
driving. You're not. Don't lie to the viewer.
On the way home tomorrow.
Red
It's
Lobster
just gonna be like
sponsor
tuck
us.
and roll, and you just jump out of the car.
Yeah, I gotta
Picture
find
this. It's been a year. It's a year from now. Red Lobster's a sponsor of the pod. We have a Red Lobster
Oh
themed room.
Jesus Christ!
And a
and
plate
it's-
of biscuits in the middle of our
Yo,
setup.
if we could just munch on biscuits for the whole podcast,
Just into the
like,
mic.
I will not miss a single podcast.
All right,
You're
noted.
not supposed to miss a podcast
Yeah, wait a
anyway.
second.
Yeah, but like if you got Red Lobster biscuits, I'm
That just
so
confirms
for
it,
sure
man.
there.
Tuesday checking his watch. I can skip this one. I can skip this one. Or not his watch. His calendar. What am I saying?
His
man?
watch.
Checking his
You know, I
watch
don't
for
even
the
have a
next
watch
week.
on.
I don't wear a
He
watch.
doesn't have a
I
watch.
don't know.
Shocking.
Cover
man.
up those wrists.
The feeling of having shit on my wrist just like I hate
No,
it.
me too. I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I don't
just-
mind. I like watches in like fancy events or like if you're trying to dress up. I really like them, but I can't have it on all the time. It just feels a little
It
weird.
makes my wrist feel too
My
like,
problem
heavy.
too is like working in the bank. Like it just felt right to have a watch on. Like I was wearing a suit every
Yeah,
day.
you want
Yeah.
to flex on all the freaking.
Yeah,
people
well,
coming in.
obviously that too.
He's like, hey, I
Actually-
can help his next, put his hand on right
Dude,
here.
I would purposely try and hide my watches when I'd have like a client come in that's like $20,000 in debt. I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey man, yeah, I'll get you your bank statement real quick.
He's like eyeing your watch, just like drooling. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, that's a nice
not
watch,
not
man.
even good, like I didn't care. Like I didn't.
You thought they were gonna steal it?
No,
off-
no, no.
no,
Uh-huh.
I just save
I didn't
like
think
the
they were gonna
flex,
steal it.
Yeah.
I just like felt bad.
yeah. That's
My,
kind of
my watch is worth more than your life.
Yeah.
Feels
Rob
bad.
walks in. Hey,
Hey,
Rob.
man.
Yeah.
Rob,
Hides
No.
the watch.
Pulls it up like expecting it to be negative. See like positive 50. He's like, oh hey, Rose.
Hey, Rob, hey.
did I
Pull
tell
the
you-
sleeve all the way up.
I think I mentioned that like how like just disappointed the person
Yeah,
made me
yeah.
feel when I went. Oh man, like just they were just looking at me like this. Like you
Man,
really want to do this?
That's not good though.
I know. Well, there's still a lot in there.
Like it's not good for them to do
They
that.
shamed
Oh yeah, I guess
And then
it
as
wasn't
he
like
was walking out, they had the bell. Shame.
It was,
Shame.
it
Someone
was
just
not
ripped my
my
shirt
job
off.
to shame people. If they wanted like advice, you'd obviously give them
well, it's
advice.
like
but
she was kind of doing it almost like a
yeah, she's being a bitch.
like I was gonna say like a motherish way,
Yeah.
because like she was like about in her 50s at least, and like I'm just like a kid coming in who has no fucking clue what he's doing with his money,
No future.
and she's just like
Aw.
she's like, you know what I mean? Just give me the look, like come on, you don't have to. No, if only you figured this out time ago, we wouldn't be taking money out of
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
TFSA. But
It's because Rob's mom called ahead.
Yeah,
She's like, my
exactly.
son's coming in. Please scold him.
no, my
Yeah.
mom literally says like I don't like she like we used to like go look at my bank statement all the time. She's like I can't do it anymore. She's like it just stresses me out. Yeah.
That's bad.
She's just like as long as like your head's above water, like
It's
she-
not.
she-
You're literally drowning in front of her.
Yeah,
She'll
literally.
never know.
So she just as long as you're managing, like as long as you're not like getting like debt collection agencies coming to our house, like you should just get a job and then we'll talk later.
I can't wait for me to be a debt collection agency.
Fuck that.
Rob misses one podcast. I come to the door.
Baseball
You've been served for $2,500.
baseball bat across the kneecap.
Literally, I doesn't even say hi. Bang! Just drops a check on my forehead. And a
You have
blank
5
check.
days.
He drops a blank check with my name on it so I can write him one. That'd be fucking fucked.
I mean, you still have the open offer of the sexy calendar.
Yeah, we haven't talked tangible amounts of money, man.
You just get-
$5.
The proceeds.
Yeah, you'd get the proceeds.
Yeah, it's like so imagine this. He's making a poster to go and like all the proceeds go towards a charity. You are said charity.
We should just open like a Kickstarter, just name it me. Just say, hey, if you want to give me money.
Actually, some dude from London did that, and his whole thing was like, "Hey, I'm broke, blah blah blah. I just really like to party. Everyone just fund my partying." And he raised like thousands of dollars.
Did you
Oh my
see?
God.
Okay, even better, the college football one.
he's like, I need money for beer, Venmo
yeah,
me
he's
this.
like, Venmo me this, and they gave his thing. And so every pregame in the big college, they have these big pregame shows.
Oh,
Crowd
yeah.
behind. So
College
this guy's
day
got this
or
sign.
game day kickoff.
This guy
Jeez.
makes like, wasn't it like 100K?
It was like 120
So
some thousand.
once he hit like 5,000-6,000, he's like, okay, I'm donating all this money.
Yeah, the
This
rest
is
is going to
ridiculous.
charity, yeah.
And then that blew up, and he made like $100,000
Yeah.
because people just kept sending him money.
They were like, this is jokes.
And then he ended up getting like not a sponsorship, but the company. It was
Yeah, Bush, I think.
Bush
Bush
just
reached
sent
out
them
to him and just sent him a bunch of shit.
a shit.
And
ton
I was
of
like
beer.
an ambassador for them. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's so sick.
But literally, all started from just Venmo me money.
Yeah,
because I
Venmo
have
me
no money
to
for
buy
beer.
Bush.
What the hell, man?
Amazing,
It's
though.
key to success,
That's,
man.
it's beautiful. It's a love story.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on people's empathy, man. Just take their money
It's
when you
true.
can.
It's true.
Is that what you're trying to do here?
No, I would never do
Rob,
such
we'll
a
get
thing.
you on one of those shows. Yeah.
Walks in with one of those cups. There's a bunch of change in it. Just like,
I'll get a
Donate
fake
here.
link for the day and just
He's one of
I'll
those
record
people at like a
myself.
stoplight with a sign, but they're wearing like Gucci flops.
Dude,
Yeah.
that actually pisses me off because on my way to work, like last year, I would drive at every single intersection, or not every single day at the same intersection. It was like the same.
dropped his iPad.
It was like the same homeless person holding a sign. Help me, Bubba! I need money. Wearing like pretty new looking shoes, and they had headphones in.
Yeah, they were
And
gifted
I'm like, you
those.
motherfucker, man.
They were gifted those. Don't be rude.
There's no way this guy needs my money. I have half mine to roll my window down and be like, hey, you lazy pricks.
Oh,
Stop,
my
get
God.
off the side of the road and
Boo.
stop being a fake homeless person.
They were gifted those.
They got Apple earphones and they still have wires on, but it's like
He cuts it off to be
They have
AirPods.
wires. Oh, they are homeless.
no, this guy was like, I was like, you're not homeless. I don't know. I just want to give him a piece of my mind about, I'm not like 65 yet. I can't do that and get away with it.
I don't know. I
so-
can picture Rob leaving today and Christian like 2 hours or like 20 minutes. They're like, where the fuck's my crutches? And you look down and Rob's just like on the street, like begging for
lying in
money.
the middle of the street, being like, help me. Waving the crutches in the air. That'd be hilarious.
So fast food rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We're back.
I completely forgot about that.
So, are we ranking like our favorite? Like we've gone.
How
to a
is this
place-
so hard for you?
Listen.
They just
What
picked
is the-
3
okay,
fucking
in
restaurants.
North America.
Okay. Let's do 2 different ones then.
I've already done 3. It's your
Because
turn.
my top 3 that I've been to that like I had the best
All right,
time
spit it
aren't
out.
necessarily the 3 that I go to the most.
Okay. Well, I gave you 2
I
that
go-
I think is the best and 1 I go to the most. There you go.
yeah, go. Okay,
Those are 2 different.
go your
trees
favorite.
and-
Go
Oh
your
my.
favorite. Go to your favorite in terms of like liking
2
it, and
favorite?
then the one that you go to the most. Well, you can have 2 favorites.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever that
Shake
place-
Shack.
Thank you. Shake Shack is my
Delicious.
favorite I've ever been to. They had actually Wahlburgers is pretty good. They got tots.
I had that
And
at
then,
the airport once. It was pretty good.
Okay, so in the ones that I rarely go to,
Mhm,
but I
mhm.
liked Shake Shack Wahlburgers, and then
What's number 3?
the ones. Fuck you, man. In and Out,
Sure.
delicious burgers,
You've been there?
bottomless fries. Yeah, we went in Toronto. When we went to the Switch thing.
No, that was fast.
That
sorry,
was Five Guys.
All right, well, Five Guys. Fuck you.
Bottomless fries. You're right. They gave us like a
this
bag.
is my point. I like them a lot, but I don't go to them enough. So it's
Yeah.
like, are they really?
All
a
right, where
top
do you go to?
whatever? So usually I go to.
All right, Rob, your turn.
Usually I go to fast food places for breakfast. So I think my top
That's
breakfast
tough.
fast
A&W.
food is McDick's. Timmy's I just go to a lot, so it's got to be in there, even though it's gone way downhill. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
Timmy's
corporate
is-
America.
yeah.
And then that's really it. So
Yeah, I had no idea that Timmy's only really started going down when it got bought out by the U.S.
Burger
company.
King.
They got bought by
shocker,
someone
right?
who owns like they're a giant. I had to do a project on it in school. Actually, they're based in like somewhere in Europe, I think, and all the stakeholders were getting pissed off, being like, This guy has no idea what Canadian culture is, what Timmy's stands for. Why are we selling the company to him? Type thing, you know, makes sense.
Money.
But McDonald's breakfast has come a long way, but A&W's is the best because it's actually like decent.
McDonald's is decent though.
It is now. McDonald's is good now, but
They give you a
A&W's
fresh
A&W is
cracked egg.
way
They
better.
give you a deep fried hash brown. It's delicious.
A&W's been doing that for years.
And it's also, I think, cheaper, maybe. The all Canadian breakfast, you get
McDonald's is expensive.
two
for
sauce.
breakfast.
You get two sausage links, like 2 pieces of bacon, hash brown, egg, 2 pieces of toast, orange.
Yeah, but I always get the
slice.
breakfast sandwiches.
I'm telling you guys right now, you guys are doing yourself a huge disservice by eating fast food for breakfast. You probably feel so sluggish throughout the day.
They're eating
So
breakfast
moving
for
on,
breakfast.
favorite fast
You
food.
gotta have a healthy
Rob,
man. It's the most important
You're just
meal
mad
of the
that
day.
you
you
have for
can
breakfast?
buy fast food
Yogurt?
for breakfast.
Maybe. I've had the same breakfast every day for the last 2 years.
That sounds awful.
And
It's perfect, man. 3 eggs, 4 pieces of back bacon, and hash browns
But
with a banana.
That's a mindset thing. Like that's delicious, but you're just in a habit and you're doing
See,
it for
I
sustenance.
have
but
the
it's,
same
and it's healthy,
enjoyment.
man.
But I have
Like,
the same.
I'm not eating
I
deep
have
fried shit
one
for
or the other. I
breakfast.
either have like a 3-egg omelet with onions and some bacon in it and cheese, or I have 2 muffins at work. It's whatever I have
That's
time
fair,
for.
yeah. I guess I'm a huge I'm not a morning person, but in order to have a good day, I need to have the solid morning. I'll get up earlier if that means having time to make my breakfast. You know what I mean?
When your mornings,
My breakfast is usually just a bagel with butter or cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I
Same.
have time for.
It's the most important meal of the day. You need to get protein, carbs, some sort of
You do
veggie.
know that's
fruit,
not true,
veggie.
right?
Man,
it is.
what
Well, I'd
time
say
are
it
you
is.
waking up where you get all this done? I wake up like
7:30.
30 minutes before work.
I wake up, I work at 5 a.m. I get out of bed at 4:49, and I show up at work at 4:59. I have a 10-minute routine that gets me to the door of work.
Also,
That's
Drew, you
blessed.
got to remember, Rob doesn't have a job right now, so he
Even
wakes up
while
at
I
like
was
noon and
working-
just like, all right, time to make buffet
While I was
breakfast.
on co-op, I worked 9 to 5 on co-op. I got up at 7:30 every day just
I'd be
to make
getting
breakfast.
food snaps every
What
day.
time,
Literally.
what time do you go to bed?
1.
So
I can't do that little sleep. Like I can.
We had the conversation.
what do you mean? You go to bed like at 1 every night and wake up at...
No, and then I sleep in, and then I'm rushed for work, so I have a shitty breakfast.
During
you
the
not
week,
see how this goes?
I can operate off 6 hours during the week. No problem.
I can. It's just like waking up in the morning just doesn't happen.
Mhm.
well.
Dude, my life hack is to actually getting out of bed. So when you first wake up, just fucking force yourself out of bed as fast as you can. Because it's the warm.
in
It's
theory,
Rob-
no, trust man. It took me so long to
goes
actually
the dollar
do it.
store once a month, spends like $30 on just sheets, so like a sheet per day. So every day when he wakes up, just shreds the thing in two,
Start my
and
day
that
off
sound
great,
of
man.
the sheets just tearing in two. That's what wakes him up
Literally.
and gets him going.
Rob's gonna be that guy in YouTube videos where it's like Marine Commander says like the 3 steps of success. Like I get up at 3 a.m. I snort protein powder for a half hour.
Or it's like those life hacks where you have to get up at 4 a.m. no matter what. Or it's
Yeah.
like only sleep 4 hours. It's all such bullshit. But no, literally, man, because that's the thing for me that keeps me in bed, just being warm, right?
No, I agree.
So if I wake up, I just literally just throw my
Dude,
shot
it's
as
always
fast as I
so
can.
cozy.
But the thing is if you don't make that move like within the first minute,
Oh, you're in bed for
you're
another
done.
20 minutes.
Like for
yeah.
me, no, for me it's not 20. Like if I wake up, my alarm's set for 8 and it's my day off. If I don't get up by like 8:10, I'm
2
in bed
hours
till
more.
like 11.
Yeah.
Like it's over.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
The mornings, and you don't even. It feels like a minute. But
Can
the
we all
day's
agree
gone.
that one of the best things ever is like, say you have an alarm set for 8:30
It is.
and you wake up at like, let's say you wake up and you're like, fuck, I have to get up now. But you check the clock, it's like 7:15.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man,
See, I hate that.
I love
love
it,
it.
man.
See, for me, it works the opposite. It's like my alarm's set for like again, it's set for 4:30 every day.
yeah.
I will wake up at like 4:28 every single
Oh
day.
god, yeah.
And be like, well, great, this was fucking useless, but it's just like I guess your internal clock.
Well,
yeah.
so like, since I don't really have a schedule, because I don't like need to be up early or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, we
job.
get it, man. We get
There
it.
we
We
go.
get it.
No,
We
I
get
doesn't
it.
do any work
Get up
for
at
a
9 to
living.
polish my Tesla, and then I get my food catered. And
Take my drone for a walk.
Take my drone for a walk.
Half hour later, I'm at my mom's polishing her test.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sifting through fan mail and packages sent to me from like 5 different companies.
Since I don't have to wake up early. Fuck, I already forgot what I was gonna say.
Let's go.
Some night, he just had to get it in there, you know.
Yeah.
Decided to let
Oh,
us
He
know.
just wanted to talk about his Tesla.
So I didn't even. The rare time when I actually do have to set an alarm where I'm like, oh, I have a haircut appointment or whatever. I like that's literally the only thing.
It's a
Way
fucking
too.
haircut.
That's it. That's honestly the only thing. But I'm like, okay, I have a haircut at like 9 a.m. I have to wake up at 8 because normally I wake up at like
You missed
9
a
or
haircut
10.
at 9 a.m.
Anyway,
Because I have stream at
do it
12.
before work.
Anyways, So I'll set an alarm, and since I never have alarms, I wake up every fucking hour throughout the night until my alarm goes off.
That's actually like that
Fuck
sucks.
I'm just gonna go back to you. If I had something to do that day, like a haircut.
Sorry, Rob. Not all of us are unemployed and can just sleep in bed all day.
Yeah.
Let me know how that bank account is.
I'm employed, man. These are going in one ear out the other, man.
Yo, low-key, so proud of Rob for getting a job.
Thanks, boys.
These bank account
Thank you, Shane
segments
and Drew.
Are gonna get way more interesting. That's all I care about.
Thank
Well,
you
now it's
so
gonna be
much.
interesting to be like, Rob, how much money do you have? You're like, oh yeah, $20. But this is what I bought.
I could keep track of what I buy. I have a lot of things I want to buy with my
Let's
first paycheck.
go.
What are you gonna get?
No, to save it. Just buy it and then tell us.
Well,
we
I'll give
can
you
see how
I'll
they
give you a
contrast.
couple hints.
Okay.
Apparel,
Okay.
some
Yeah,
accessories.
he's getting
and
some Vikings jerseys.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
A Kirk Cousins jersey.
Yeah,
just 'cause that
he
one
loves them.
game
Now
he
he
had.
loves them. That's pushing it, Christian. Come on, man.
Actually, I don't know. I have a dial down between two people, but I'll reveal it.
Oh
yeah.
fuck! I was so right. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Some gaming peripherals, some food.
Some new Gears of War disc.
I love that food is third behind like a
Well, food's
Vikings
big for
jersey
you.
and gaming
Food is like more
peripherals.
Oh, yeah.
expensive than like your
So-
insurance and shit.
I talked to Rob about this because we were talking when he told me he got the job. I was just like, couldn't you, like, if he wasn't bulking so much, I was
Oh,
like, you could
God.
have just
I knew this
saved
was
so
gonna-
much
this was gonna
money and
come
like
up.
he wouldn't have gone poor, right? He's like, yeah, but I wouldn't be happy then. I'm like,
That's fair.
but like,
I knew you were gonna raise a point about it because
I'm
like
with Rob on this one.
really?
it's like
yeah, that's actually fair.
I
yeah.
What?
spend the money on things that I know I'm gonna get the most satisfaction out of. Gym and food's like number one priority.
well, I totally
He's
understand
got to
that.
enjoy his debt.
Yeah,
I totally understand like
I'm already
enjoying what
fucked
you
over. I
buy.
might as well do something with it.
But when you literally have no money left and like you have to take out your savings, I'm like, I feel like you should start dialing it down. At least
But
on
he
stuff
did.
like
It's
food.
not like you're.
It's-
It's not like you're eating out. It's
Yeah.
not like you've cut
Well,
all that shit out
the
of your
money-
life.
Subway.
I needed the money to I bought
Rob-
one sub.
Rob was expecting the bailout from Bank of Parents,
Yeah, then they were just like, nope, you're cut off.
but they
uh,
didn't give him another loan. So
But like the thing is, it's like if I had $100 between now and Friday, 2 days from now, and I had, let's say I could buy either food, like gas for my car, or like something else, and let's say that's down between food and gas. Let's say they both cost $50. I would buy food and figure out a way to get around without my car.
So no, but I understand that if you have the money.
if
But we're
I
talking
have
about
it.
the situation where you didn't have the money, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, so like at that point for me at least, I'd be like, okay, I'm
Well,
down.
yeah,
back
like-
I'm
on
not
food.
eating. I'm dying.
if it was literally like survive or die, then yeah, I'm obviously
So,
or
here's the
financially
thing.
survive or die. Then
he
yeah.
was just bulking so hard with what money he had left, so that when he finally ran out of money, he had all of that sustenance that he could live. He could
It's
just
like,
live
yeah.
off water for a month.
I was
like-
actually about to tell him that as well. I was like, well, I guess you could just like starve because the body just eats the muscle.
It was like
and the fat,
it's
right?
like the world's
He's got
shortest
energy,
hibernation
man.
cycle of like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just loading up on food, but
all it takes is just 4 months of money
yeah.
to just coast for 2 weeks.
Man, I
4
didn't even
months
get
for
to do
1
my
month?
top 3 fast foods. I just realized that.
That's
What's
for the
because
best.
Drew keeps throwing a wrench in the
I did
mix.
that. Rob got us sidetracked on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll own up to it.
Okay, so
All right,
what are
let's
your
hear it.
top 3?
Okay, so my number 1, Subway, no matter what. Like
Okay.
if you give me a food court with like every single fast food place in the entire world, I'm going to Subway first.
That's
We should-
possibly one of the dumbest
I don't know what it
number
is.
ones I've ever heard.
So I agree, Subway's great. I had it today.
Yeah.
But I want to take you to Firehouse Subs.
Again,
I've never tried it.
Subway
So
in the
good,
subject,
man.
like, it's shit.
I've never had anything else though.
It's shit food
That's
though.
that's my thing. When I was in university, I got Subway like literally every day.
Yeah.
For months because I had nothing else
been
that I
in
liked
phases
more.
like that, yeah.
And then once like Drew took me to Firehouse Subs, I also tried Jersey Mike's because my sister, like all these different sub places. I'm like, holy shit, these are so
but
good.
all of a sudden you realize like Subway is not that good.
I
Yeah.
still go to
Even
Subway
Mr.
because it's
Sub
more
is better than
accessible.
Subway,
Do
and
you
it's
guys remember
Canadian.
Quiznos when it was around?
Amazing. Their chicken
Quiznos was really
carbonara.
good.
Yeah.
If Quiznos was
Quiznos
still
is
here,
decent.
then I probably would have put Quiznos first. But
There is still
there is a
Quiznos in
Quiznos.
Oakville.
where in Oakville?
I
Fuck
can't afford that shit.
Because so I went there to like get something fixed in my car, and then Annie was in here. She's like, "Let's go to Quiznos." I'm like, "Wait, what?
Yeah, dude,
what year
pardon?
is this?"
Yeah.
The place was so fucking good.
It was
like,
okay.
yeah,
man.
we'll
It was
go
more
Blockbuster
expensive,
after.
Yeah, it was like $12 per sub usually. It's actually probably
like
a
a
little more.
combo.
Yeah. Subway, you can go run and get just a sub for like $9.50.
Subway, what killed Quiznos was the $5 sub.
$5 foot long.
They just literally sunk Quiznos. But now Subway can't even do the $5 foot long. So
they're just like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like $5 6 inches.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Just something about Subway, man.
Man, Firehouse, you gotta go. It's
honestly,
delish.
it'll change.
All right, that was number one.
Yeah, it's number 2. I'm being very boring, but McDonald's, just because like
McDonald's is pretty good.
yeah, like I love their snack wraps. They're like whenever you like want like okay, let's say let's grab a burger. What's first thing in your mind? For me at least is McDonald's. The works, I guess. But if you're driving somewhere, being like, oh, I just want to grab fast food.
I'd say A&W is my number one.
I've
the
been to
burger
A&W
family.
I have
twice
a
in my
place,
whole
but I
life.
can't say.
Okay.
It's very specific.
Pacific?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's
It's literally next door to him.
Yeah.
It's somewhere over the Orient, but we'll leave it. Pacific
He
Ocean?
chokes just trying
The
to say
Orient
that.
Ocean? You know what I'm saying yet?
Third.
You guys I've lost you with this.
I'm
time,
trying.
man.
What's your third? Because you give me
Okay.
the two most generic
Subway,
restaurants.
McDonald's, and then let me think of my third one.
Popeyes, the
No.
not the chicken place, the powder
The
protein
supplement
place.
Actually, Hamilton has a place called Quick Chick, and it's actually really good.
What's that?
It's like
Quick Chick?
Popeyes, but it's not deep fried. It's all like baked, or I don't know. They say it's probably
That's probably
still
pretty
deep
good.
fried, but
I'm trying to think, because like the only fast food I've ever had from the States has been McDonald's, really.
Can I quickly interject
American
some-
McDonald's
Yeah.
number 3.
No, the difference between the two is actually like huge. Like the taste way better in the States.
Oh, it's amazing. And it's cheap.
I disagree for the fact that I have Angus burgers when I go to Subway or to McDonald's here.
yeah, me too.
They're so fucking good.
They're delish.
I like the.
And they were gone
so-
for like 2 weeks because Annie went there and she asked them and they're like, yeah, no, we're
Really?
completely out. And then I was like, oh fuck,
yeah.
My
the
theory-
era of Angus is over, but then it's back now.
So if I go to McDonald's for a burger, it's usually when I'm hammed,
Oh yeah.
and I'll get a McDouble because it's cheap and tastes okay. Or if I'm going and I'm
McDoubles are
like
key.
sober and just going for dinner, I'll get the Angus because in theory, like if you're gonna eat fast food burger crap, at least have it be their top of the line
Yeah.
fast food burger
There was a
crap.
time where you could get 2 junior chickens for the price of like 1 McChicken, and the junior chickens are honestly like almost the same size.
Yeah.
So I'd go get like 4 junior chickens and walk out, and it
Dude,
would
I
be
might
like
go to
12
McDonald's
bucks.
on the way. I might go stop at Don's on the way home, man. I'm
And
so
it's all about the bacon
hungry.
McDoubles.
The best thing to get at McDonald's, so get the original Angus burger, and then they actually have really fucking good smoothies. The blueberry pomegranate smoothie is
Yeah,
so
I'd say
good.
smoothies are pretty
And
good from
then
there.
Now I want
Either-
a smoothie.
Either
Fuck.
fries for the side or the baked apple pies. Those
Or
are
a
fucking
hash
great.
brown. You can get a hash brown now.
Didn't
Oh
know.
right, I remember seeing that on a commercial actually.
But the baked apple pies, so fucking
My
good.
third one just came to me, but
Well, no, it's American McDonald's.
Yeah.
no, that was just
Shane
like
settled
it.
it.
Yeah, it's
I
over.
guess Shane determined it for me. So this
Yeah.
is my number 4.
Okay.
I'm breaking the mold that we've set so far in terms of actual companies.
great.
I'm just
Can't wait for this.
I'm reducing it to a category. Burritos
Yeah,
are my
fair.
third favorite.
That's super fair.
Yeah, because like I don't get a burrito from the same place every time, but they're relatively consistent no matter where you
if
go.
I'm looking for fast food, even in town, if I'm traveling somewhere, I go burrito every time.
Yeah,
Even when we were on the road, like I got a burrito while we went to that restaurant by the convention. I got a burritos in the airport. So I got like it's the easiest food because it keeps you full.
It keeps you so
It's-
full.
it's-
It has everything: protein, carbs,
Yeah.
some veggies, beans, rice.
You know what I was surprised about is, well, since Annie's been gone for like a week and a half, obviously I've had to order takeout every single night because
Yeah.
I'm useless.
Just use cooking.
Yeah, he doesn't
So-
know how to use the dishwasher. I was here.
I literally used the last dish today.
I was here last night, and this guy had no dishes, and I'm like, oh, maybe he'll do some dishes. He's home all day. He
I
has no
literally-
job. He doesn't have a haircut, so he's doing nothing in the
no
morning.
haircut. He has no haircut. Set an alarm for
Nope,
us.
still no dishes when I go to get a piece of cheesecake.
I literally
shit.
used the last dish today. I had one more dish.
It's a dishwasher. You put agent in and press a button.
Yeah,
and
but
it cleans.
I'm not gonna use it unless it's full or like until I run out of dishes.
Actually, you know
You
what?
have no dishes.
I just used the last one today.
I've been
Exactly.
So now I'm gonna wash it tonight.
Usually you're like, oh, I got 2 dishes left. I'll run the dishwasher so that when
No.
I run out, I still have dishes.
you use it until the last one and
Yeah.
then you run
Use
it.
it till the last one, and then
But
just
if
like,
you're hungry,
man,
what if
well,
you're hungry while it's running?
yeah,
Then
what if
do
you have
do?
guests coming over?
You run it overnight.
Yeah, what if you have guests expecting cheesecake coming over?
You use a fucking bowl like Drew did. You think
It
Drew
was
cares?
awful. There's so much cheesecake just wrapped up on the side that I
Yeah,
can't get
dude,
to with
because,
my
like,
fork because
it,
of the
it touches
angle.
the sides of it and like takes icing and just structure away.
So
man.
whenever Annie will make like pasta or something, she'll be like, do you want it on the plate with everything else? I'm like, no, put it in a bowl. And she's like, why? I'm like, it just tastes better.
It does.
It's something
Jesus.
different.
I
Past
about the
it,
bowl.
no, past at a bowl, you're just like you're stabbing it. You don't care what it does in the bowl, but
but what is like on a plate?
It just
A plate,
splatters
as a plate gets to a
everywhere.
point
You gotta
where you
worry
have
about
to
it
like
falling off.
you have to like gather it into
This is
into
one of the
portions.
dumbest things I've ever heard. A
You
plate
get
is
the garlic
fine.
bread
It's
and you
fucking
like
pasta.
scoop it in.
You can put pasta on a plate. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine,
no
but it's
bowl can-
better in a bowl.
No, you put pasta. If you put spaghetti in a bowl,
Spaghetti in the
and then you fucking try to twirl it, you just end up with a fucking
Yeah, you-
bowl-sized thing of spaghetti. You got to put spaghetti on a fucking plate.
Is that really a challenge for you? I think you
no,
could
not
probably
me.
eat
I'm
that.
talking. I'm looking at this group.
I'm reading, just reading the
Shane's-
room.
Shane's
I'm reading the
real
room
problem
here.
is no bowl can contain the amount of spaghetti that he consumes.
Yeah, exactly. But
He needs like a salad bowl.
But again, you can't just put spaghetti in a bowl and then expect to twirl it onto a fork.
I twirl it.
What are you gonna
fine.
do? Scoop it out like a savage? No, you're not.
Yeah. Although, see,
You gotta use the fork spoon combo.
I'm a savage. I just
Veteran
I
place.
just stick my fork in and just whatever pasta comes out,
Me
I
too.
eat it. That's going all over my face
I
and
eats
shit.
it.
I basically
eats it.
I kind of like scoop and then like twirl in the air and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
shove it
I'll,
down
I'll,
my
I'll
gullet.
get like I'll try and get whatever strands I can, but ultimately it's just going in.
I'm
no
gonna
matter
be
what.
perfectly honest. When I eat spaghetti, I use a fork and knife.
Oh
What
man.
the hell? I bet you
And
eat
pizza too,
with a
probably.
fork and knife.
Yeah.
I-
Oh no!
You just cutting up the crust like this. Is like, It's
No,
nice.
I eat the crust with your hands.
It's a nice artisan.
What am I?
It's artisan
Yeah,
pizza
yeah.
crust.
What
Yeah.
loser doesn't eat the fucking crust?
I put my napkin in my.
You don't eat the crust of your pizza.
Okay, no.
doesn't.
So I'll eat the crust. No, I'll eat the crust if it's
We're looking
fresh.
at Christian, by the way. If
If
anyone's
it's-
confused.
I'm the one defending myself. I think they can tell.
I'm gonna bring you a homemade pizza and not tell you it's homemade, and I guarantee you won't eat the crust.
No, I'll eat the crust if the pizza's hot and fresh. But if it's like
Oh, yeah.
reheated, I
So-
don't like because the crust gets all like hard
Okay,
and.
What about a Little Caesars hot and ready? You can eat the crust.
Little Caesar's a little different?
you
'cause
still
that's like
hot
That's
and
a
ready.
no, but that's a no.
Do you still reheat your pizza in the microwave or do you use the oven?
I use the toaster oven.
Oh, you're lucky then. Because I was going to say, if you use the microwave, then that's why I went.
Man,
that's why I
yeah, a
went
nice
crust.
broil in a toaster oven brings it right back to ready condition.
Never
And also-
microwave pizza.
I'll also add the point that Annie threw at me because she does the same time. Sometimes she won't eat the crust. Is she's like, why would I fill up on crust when I have more pizza available
So
to
the thing,
me?
this is
Because
stupid
you're a
as because
completionist.
okay,
You're wasting food.
so I got a
you
pizza in
awful
front of
vegan.
me. I'm gonna eat the whole fucking pizza, whether I eat the little
Yeah.
bit of crust. I,
It's like you could like carry that rationale somewhere else. It's like, why would I eat all the. I don't know, fuck. I'm pulling a
good
blank.
one, Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind,
Wonderful.
whatever.
Yeah, that
But
is-
let's just say, like, it's like, I don't know, a sandwich. I'm not going to eat the crust of my sandwich because I want to eat more of the sandwich itself. Don't want to get full up on the. I don't know, it's just stupid. Eat the fucking crust. Eat the crust,
I love
people.
that, like Rob just waiting for someone to throw him something.
you
like,
guys are
someone
just-
bail me out.
you guys-
And
you
we're
guys
all
are-
just staring at him,
You guys
smiling.
are staring at me like I have 3 heads. I'm trying to make a point.
Someone bail me out, please.
That's the best. Is just to let someone sink. Let them sink in their own
That's the hell I'm
argument.
going to die on, man.
Anyway, you eat your crust of your pizza and you fucking just eat pasta.
And that's
on
why I
a
have
plate.
dip, too. You're like dipping for your pizza.
Well, I never get dip. I will sometimes get marinara when I get like breadsticks
like
and
extra
stuff.
pizza. Oh,
And then I'll
breadsticks
eat
you-
the crust with that. Like usually that's Pizza Hut pizza.
Mhm.
I
I'll
think the
eat
next
the
time I
crust
get pizza, I'm gonna make my own cheese sauce to dip it in. Get a
Cheese
nice
sauce.
roux going. Get like some nice aged cheddar.
I'll
There's no
take
way you're
my
not
ranch.
just mucking the crust out.
with. See, this is why I want to do like a cooking show with Drew because I like how he has like the perfect mixture of like elegant topics as well as mucking.
Yeah,
Just like
I'm just trying
it's
to
okay,
muck,
perfect.
trying to muck some
He's
braised
like, we'll
duck.
bring
I'm
this
out
to a
here-
nice broil and just muck away.
I'm out here trying to muck some roux. Like, jeez.
You don't want to eat roux.
No, I
I'm
know.
trying to
It's
muck
kinda
some
buttery.
ratatouille with the boys.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I still have never seen it.
Do you like Pixar movies?
I love Pixar movies.
You should watch it. It's a good one.
Pixar and Disney movies are my favorite thing. Well, some of them. I love like one of my favorite ones recently was Ralph Breaks the Internet
It
because
was
he.
okay.
I just love the way that Pixar takes such complicated topics
And dumbs it down.
and dumbs it down to a way that like I could even show it to Annie and she would be able to understand.
Even show it to Annie.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
hope
She's not here, so
listening.
he's just
Oh,
taking
God.
He's taking his
shots.
shots.
No, I think that's actually when we were like watching Ralph Breaks the Internet. She's like, "Oh, like I understand now, like how this works and that works." I'm like, "Yeah, it's perfect." Like
It does
explains
explain it very well.
Mhm.
And like Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar movies because they do a
Inside
super
Out.
good job about. It's the one with the emotions in the head.
Mhm.
I honestly haven't. I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know how.
It's like one of their most popular ones recently because it's about a girl and she has like 5 emotions in her head. There's like happiness, sadness.
It's a Pixar movie.
Yeah, there's like gross, anger, and fear, and it's like how those 5 things in her head create memories, and they also like are the way that they control how she feels at times. Like if they want her to feel sad, they'll like put a sad memory in her head and stuff like that.
Sad boy hours.
Fucked up.
Sad boy hours for sure.
Also, Wall-E.
I've seen Wall-E a few times.
I feel like I've seen it, but I can't remember it.
Wall-E's just amazing because it's one of the, or I think the only movie in recent history that like had no dialogue for the first 40 minutes or so.
It was a good. I remember I was babysitting and I watched it, and I was more interested in the kids I was babysitting. I was like, "Shut up! I'm trying to watch Wall-E."
The kid sticking a fork in an electrical socket. Fucking go away.
It's one less. What happened to the power? We were only halfway. Jimmy, get up off the ground. Come on.
You're fine.
Sarah, go see what your brother's doing.
But here's bzzz.
Also, Up.
Up
Oh, that was
good.
dude. That
Up
was
is the most depressing fucking movie to
sad as
ever
fuck.
watch.
Yeah, and it,
way too sad
I
for
don't
a
know,
kid's
you seen
movie.
Joker?
What?
You seen Joker?
No. But so me, my sister, and my mom watched Up together, right? And like, so this is the first time that me and my sister are watching it, same as my mom. And like, we watched the intro, and me and my sister are bawling our eyes out. This was only like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. We're bawling our eyes out because it's so fucking sad. And we look over at my mom, and she's just stone faced, like doesn't even face her at all. And we're like, "Are you made of stone? Like, what's wrong
Christian's
with you?"
mascara
I
was just
come
all
from
over his
Colombia.
face.
Dude, it's sad. And also, have you seen that? It was the beginning of Incredibles 2, the Bow movie.
Yeah, with
I cried at that.
was
That
way
was
too
so
fucking sad.
sad.
Dude, I went to go see The
remember
Incredibles.
it.
I'm so excited.
I
And all of
know.
a sudden, it's some super heavy, like animated, like the one with like the guy who comes,
It's super-
the
the
kid who
son
leaves
comes-
and comes back to his mom, right?
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Oh,
this ruined my entire
I
mood.
watched that on YouTube. Yeah, it is really sad.
I watched that, and I was sitting next to Annie, and then she just looks over at me. I'm like shedding a tear, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Dude, shit like that always gets me though. Like anything to do with like moms and like emotional stories just fucking melts me, man.
Or just like death and departure. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, this is too much for me.
I don't think too much about that, but yeah,
It's so...
Who here seen Joker though?
No.
I'm gonna see it this week. I think.
Oh my god, go watch it right now.
We should start doing like group outings and then just talk about movies and.
Yeah, I'm
We
down.
could do
Yeah,
that.
I'm down.
Go see the. Oh, you've already seen.
Well, I
it.
know.
So good.
Would you see it again?
Holy
I have next week off,
shit.
Rob. Let me know.
I'm down.
100% see it again.
Rob,
So
I'll
good.
pay for yours. Rob's like, oh,
Well,
fuck,
hopefully,
okay.
I'm getting some sort of income by
It
then.
was on
I
Tuesday.
can always just cash out my fucking TF, whatever it's called again.
Rob, I have a
10%.
free movie pass for you.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, Rob, I got a free climbing pass for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Rob, I have a free pizza for you.
Yeah.
he just literally opens it's just crust.
it's just a ring of crust. That'd be pretty wild. Wouldn't put it by you though. Would be the first time probably.
Need to bulk up.
I do actually. I feel like I'm losing weight.
Yeah, you're looking tiny, bud.
I know. Fuck. Don't say that.
I might even be bigger than you now.
Jeez. The day if that day ever comes, just ship me to Mars or something, man. I'll be an Elon Musk test experiment if I
Yeah.
can be.
I'm so upset because I can tell how much muscle I've lost because of the injury and not being able to climb. Because like
You've lost your rookie gains.
as soon as I got hurt, that was like the first time we went 3 times in 1 week, and I was dedicated to going 3 times a week. And I was like, this is gonna be great progress. Fucking hurt myself, haven't climbed in 4 weeks, and like now walking around, my baby cow muscle just hurts like hell.
Yeah, and
It's
it
been
can't.
4 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, this is going on. Yeah, Monday would be 4.
No, Friday will be 4.
You're right. Yeah, because it was. Yeah. But
It's been 4 weeks.
This is all
it doesn't definitely doesn't
Wow.
help that me and Drew have like we're on the brink of a V4 level.
Yeah, they're gonna be like 2 or maybe 3 levels
The
ahead
good
of me
thing
by
is
the time
like
we
we're
get
gonna
back.
stall hard.
Do you know what I sense?
Yeah.
I sense a big 60 for 60 coming up about Christian's harrowing injury.
Me too.
What is it?
And then
Big-
the comeback.
It's like it's a documentary usually about like a sports person or like political
Who
person.
just gets
It's like,
destroyed.
yeah, it's like a giant comeback story.
Yeah.
That does sound like me.
Yeah. You're coming back. You're gonna go. Actually, this week it's been 4 weeks, and that was a new problem. I bet you they reset that wall this week or next week.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
you're
gonna be
not
able to
even
look
gonna be
my
able to
killer in my eye.
Yeah.
You
Rest in
gotta
peace.
come
Because
tonight.
it should be not, but it should be this.
Yeah, they should be rotating it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because
But
like if you think of it, they've done the whole main wall now.
Well,
they probably just got to do the
They'll
back.
probably start on the left and then work.
the
in.
nice thing is that like the one thing I won't or will not lose is the technique. Like I still know
No, you didn't
the
have any of
method. The technique I did gain,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
still
yeah,
have
yeah.
it,
Can't-
but like
you
it's
can't
just gonna
divide
be
by 0.
it's gonna be the muscle that's gonna be the big thing. Is like
Yeah,
I'm gonna try
you're
to do
gonna
a
have
climb,
to-
I'm just gonna fucking fall.
Especially now too. Me and Drew have put like about 2 weeks into literally just
Finger,
stupid fucking
fingers.
crimp
Yeah.
ones. Like,
You've
I
been
hate
working
it.
on crimps.
Just fingering each other's buttholes.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
pretty much.
Yeah.
There's not a single jar you guys can't open anymore.
I couldn't open the one at your house when Annie wanted me to. This guy had to.
Jeez,
Well, you
muscles.
listened to it.
You're right.
Yeah,
go.
and Annie wants to get the sweatshop back together for her birthday.
When
The
they,
sweatshop.
that's this week, right? She's
Well, her
17th?
birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah. Wait, 16th.
Yeah.
17th.
Yeah, 17th.
And then
21st of April.
Yo, that sucks, man. You were so close to April 20th.
I know.
Yeah. Unlucky.
Could have been a double celebration, but
Yeah.
But instead,
we
you're
do.
just a failure.
Although I don't engage in any sort of drug use or anything like that. I never
Yeah,
have,
neither
never
do I.
will,
Disclaimer.
Love you, Mom.
never. Love you, Mom.
have you ever even seen a weed?
I've never injected it, been around it.
I've seen dandelions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
don't
seen
bring
weeds in my
those up
backyard
here.
before, but I don't smoke those. That's for sure. You don't smoke a dandelion, man. It's not the right kind of weed.
Only when they're like, when it goes from yellow to white, that's when
Yeah.
you get it.
No, you breathe them in. You breathe in the fucking.
Have you ever
Oh.
done
You
that
get
when
all
you're
the
like, yo,
milky
blow this
residue?
out, and then as they blow it, you put it in their mouth, and then they die because there's a dandelion growing
Wait.
inside
Yeah.
them.
I've never done that. That's amazing.
That's awful.
Oh, I definitely. My sister would be like, "Oh, look at this one. It'd be great to blow." And they go,
Because they hold like this and they just blow up quickly and then it goes right into their mouth.
Would you
don't
just
even
like
blow 'cause,
stick
like,
it?
No, because yeah, exactly. As they go to like breathe in, they're like sucking in. You just put it close to their mouth, and all the little petals are flying in their mouth.
I would have hate to grown up with you. You
That was
would have been
amazing.
awful, bro.
Man, I
That would've
tortured
made
my
you
sister.
hard.
Yeah.
Like, although my sister gave me a scar. I don't know if you still see it. She has a fencing sword in her room, and one time, because she fenced for like 4 years.
All right.
Also, congratulations to my sister. She got engaged the last couple days.
Oh,
Wow.
This is probably really putting you under a microscope for your parents, huh?
Yeah.
They're like,
My
so your
parents literally
sisters-
they hung up the phone. And they both snap at me.
Every
it's
day
like so.
she goes up, and Rob just
Literally, man.
because
She's like,
she's about to not be living in sin.
no, exactly. She's
Wow.
well, my
they
mom.
continued to diverge.
Yeah, no. My mom would always be like, Katie, blah, blah. Like, she was kind of joking about it, be like living in sin, blah blah blah. Before you're married, my sister probably said that to her on the phone yesterday. My mom was kidding, anyways. I hope.
No, definitely
But
not.
No.
yeah,
Annie's mom wasn't kidding when she said it. Here we are.
yeah.
He was Christian, man.
That's so funny that like that's like her side being super religious and faith based, and then there's Christian. How would you describe yourself? Agnostic?
Satan.
Sane?
Satan.
Oh, I said sane. I was like, wow.
Well, that too.
But like, are you an atheist or are you just agnostic?
He's Christian.
I guess more I don't believe in anything. I feel like
I also know the
Man.
difference between what
I
this
feel
Whatever
like-
Not
God's
me
gonna,
either.
Yeah.
whatever God's gonna let him play video games for a living longer, he follows that God.
I just hope to go to the good place and not the bad place.
Great
Mhm.
show.
the
it
good
is.
place versus the bad.
I got
place.
this season 2 now. I'm
Nice.
excited.
It's
Um,
it's a show on Netflix, The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's made by the guy who wrote
Well,
like
right
The
over my head.
Office,
Wow.
Parks and Rec,
Oh, is
Brooklyn
it?
Nine-Nine.
I love being
it's
included in
Mose
jokes,
from The
guys.
Office.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, cool,
Shit.
sick.
Me and Shane are just gonna take off. I guess.
Yeah. All right, see you guys.
Highly recommend watching it. It's
It is very good.
It's very watchable.
I don't want to say what like was the amazing part of it because it spoils a lot, but like
Is there breasts?
yes,
Yeah, man.
All right, we're in.
I'm in.
the entire show is just nude,
Yeah.
I'm in.
men as well.
They're a
Sure.
nudist.
I'm
perfect.
double in.
Hopefully your mom's not watching.
Well,
She
they,
is,
they
whatever,
watch
man.
nude together.
Sin 5 times. Why is
His face.
Rob, would you be able to watch Game of Thrones with your parents?
Like I could. It'd be more if they could watch it. Like my mom would like literally. Like, what happens in the first episode? Obviously, besides the end part.
The first episode has the girls like
Jamie
Fondling
and Cersei are banging each other.
and also
That's-
Tyrion, I think.
And then they chuck
Literally
the kid off the
first-
tower.
How is it open?
First
It's just like
episode,
it's like them
incest
walking
and
in from
murder.
the
Mhm.
forest, right? Yeah. My mom would last probably a half hour in the first episode.
Mhm.
My dad, as always, like voiced an opinion that he would.
He's always
mind
been a
it.
big fan of nudity.
Yeah, he's just towing the family
He's
line.
voicing an opinion just to like not be in your mom's bad books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like your mom's scolding you for watching this, and your dad comes with. It's like,
Oh, but like there's
my
been so many
boy.
times where it's just like you can clearly tell like my dad's just like kind of picking up the slack just so he doesn't get yelled at by my mom after they finish yelling at me.
Yeah.
It's like, Dad, you really don't care if there's a mark on the garage from a tennis ball. Come on. And he's like, let's treat it the worst. It's you're gonna be ground if you don't clean that shit up right now. It's like, did mom tell you to say that or?
It's just us guys here.
Yeah.
Be honest with me.
It's just dudes being guys being dudes.
Uh,
Drew, didn't you say your dad was kind of like that? You said with video games?
No, he just played video games with me.
But like we were just talking about this yesterday, right?
So like back he'd be like you know how parents don't understand that you can't pause online games?
Oh, I don't.
So my dad used
well.
to be like that, but like actually be like, dude, just pause it. And then he started playing COD with me. So my mom would be like, just pause it, come for dinner. And then my dad would be like, wait, but honey,
I'm on
like,
a 7-kill streak.
honey, I can't pause it.
And Drew's like, I made it. Let's go.
Dude,
I'm like, sweet.
Your dad's like, I'm about to get a nuke.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Man, he got so many more nukes than I did. He literally just camp with a Scar and Scavenger Pro and just get nukes.
I have 32 nukes for anyone counting at home.
No one cares.
Yeah, I wasn't counting.
I kind of cared.
I care. I kept a tally of it on my Xbox Live bio for a while.
Oh my
Every
God.
time he gets a nuke, he just like punches a hole in the wall.
My first nuke ever I got using One Man Army noob tubes, but we won't talk about that. You know what those are?
Yeah.
That's impressive, to be honest.
It was like when they first got exploited too.
I mean, you probably get like a nuke just with one noob tube, but
I got the Harriers with 3 of them. With one noob tube. Two double kills and then
that's
a
a
triple
7-kill streak.
Yikes.
Well, because the kill streaks count towards more.
Yeah,
kills, right?
they stacked it. Like no COD's done that since.
That's
I don't
why
think.
if you got a chopper gunner, what was it, Wasteland?
Yeah,
Chopper
or
gunner
even an
waste-
AC-130 because
Yeah,
it's just
it's like-
there's one spot you can hide right in the middle of the map and you're gonna die there no matter
And
what.
yeah, AC-130 just launch a huge shell in
Yeah.
there. Like if you got one of those on that map, you just had a nuke.
Yeah.
Problem was I just never got those on that map.
Problem was
I camped my
sucked.
dick off and got them, so I got 32 of them.
Oh, now we can't play the new Call of Duty. Well, at least I can. You guys probably can.
Why not?
The whole Blizzard thing.
I'm not going to anyway.
What do you
Yeah.
mean new Blizzard thing? Like the thing
Well-
they released a statement on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
how much
okay,
time do we have? Because I want to talk about
We're
that.
already almost at like an hour and a half, but we can quickly.
You got 2
Break it
minutes.
down.
Give Robert a quick summary.
Okay, very quick, like 60-second summary. Basically, Hong Kong player in Hearthstone wins tournament, and the post game interview says like, "Let's liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our age,"
Oh, I didn't
and they
see
cut
this
the
on-
feed.
on Reddit.
Blizzard releases a statement on like the Chinese Twitter saying, "We are very sorry for what happened. We would never let anyone ruin the pride of China because China hates Hong Kong." And then they also banned the guy for a year, took all his money, and banned the casters. And then they came out with a statement on Friday saying that they were going to give him his winnings and they were going to reduce the ban to 6 months instead. And
6 months for a career though.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all this
Damn.
stuff. And they were basically saying like, "Oh, we're sorry that we overreacted."
But the casters are still fired.
Why?
Yeah.
Did they even say anything?
So there was a lot of people saying that they did have some involvement in it because apparently they were like, "Oh, they're like, say the line, like say the 6 words so we can end the interview." But people were saying that they weren't saying that because they knew it was coming and they were just like, let's just get it over with.
Oh, true.
Because he like put on a mask.
like was the person who was being interviewed, but they like of Chinese descent.
They're from Hong Kong.
Okay, yeah.
So like they're pro revolution, pro Hong Kong.
Mhm.
So now everyone's like boycotting Blizzard games. Like people have completely uninstalled and deleted their Blizzard accounts to the point where Blizzard actually made it where you can't delete your account anymore because too many people were deleting them. They completely shut that down. They're like, you're not allowed to, which is illegal in Europe. So there was a whole kerfuffle about that.
So if I was a caring global citizen, I would stop playing Overwatch.
You'd stop playing all Blizzard games, all Activision as well.
See, but they came out and they reduced the sentencing, so we're good.
Damage
So-
control.
Yeah, exactly.
101.
After everybody literally blew up.
Yeah, there was
So-
the whole LeBron James thing too. If
Well,
you saw
quick-
that.
Yeah, and
Quick
it was
analysis
huge.
about the Blizzard apology. Someone analyzed it and he's from
Yeah.
China and speaks English, and he's just like, if you read this, like this is written by a Chinese person, and they said it was written by the CEO of Blizzard because they're like the guy didn't use any plurals because plurals don't exist in Chinese. They're like the conjugation's all off, like it doesn't make any sense, and they have very heavy like random word use. So he's like, it's completely written by a Chinese government and just released in
Nah,
North
Come
America.
on, man. You use Google Translate. We've all been there.
That's fucked.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing, and now like so Call of Duty's Activision, which is Blizzard, and like Overwatch, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft, like all those big games, people are
Does
boycotting.
Blizzard own
because
Activision or vice versa?
Activision owns Blizzard,
Oh,
which is when they started going downhill. Ever since Activision bought out like Blizzard, I think they also technically bought out Call of Duty, right? Because they didn't own it before; they were just a publisher.
Activision?
Yeah,
I have honestly no idea how that stuff works.
I'm pretty
but-
sure they own all the studios that make Call of Duty. But ever since then, that's when Call of Duty
Oh
started
yeah,
going downhill.
they own like Infinity Ward and I don't think Infinity Ward exists anymore to make
No.
COD, but
Yeah.
It's funny because the same issue just happened in the
Excuse
NBA.
me.
One GM came out and said, like, hey, what did he say? Like, free
he was
Hong
like
Kong?
he's like free Hong Kong,
And
liberate, blah blah
literally-
blah.
Like, it just blew up. Like, the NBA, or in China, like, basketball's it's growing, it's huge. they pretty much said like Houston Rockets were not showing, they're blacked out.
Yeah.
You can't find anything about them. They don't even exist. The person who runs the Chinese Basketball Association is Yao Ming. He was like one of the biggest
under siege
senators like ever in the NBA.
Yeah.
He played for Houston. And like when Adam Silver, the NBA, like the guy who runs the NBA, was like, I talked to him and he's pissed.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to talk to any of us. Like that one comment from one GM pretty much just destroyed
They're
that.
so proud over there.
But it
about
destroyed that whole relationship.
Wait,
Yeah.
so is Yao Ming pro-China in the Hong
100%.
Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, he's
even
from
though
there.
like he got all his money and all his fame pretty much from, well, not from the Houston Rockets, but you know what I mean. That's the team he played for.
Yeah.
They like were his like enabler through his career pretty much.
Mhm.
But like, and now like the NBA salary cap's getting reduced because they don't have the Chinese market backing them this coming
Correct.
season.
By a decent amount, like a 10. Well,
$10 million.
it hasn't been announced.
But it hasn't been
but
announced yet. But there are
They're
people
talking like a
ballparking.
10% cut in salary cap because of
Yeah.
it.
Jeez.
So that means players are probably going to be rushing to sign everything now.
And then just yesterday, LeBron James came out and said
LeBron made everything so much worse.
Well, no, he did good for himself. He
yeah,
pretty much came out and said he's like, this guy obviously didn't do his research.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Like
But
he's
does LeBron know what's happening?
no LeBron.
Or-
Okay, so everyone's freaking out about LeBron because he came out and said like Daryl Morey, the guy who tweeted about
Yeah.
China in the first place. LeBron said Daryl didn't know what he was talking about when he made the statement, and then he kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent, which ended up like, people are kind of boiling it down to basically saying LeBron was advocating against free speech. He thinks the NBA should have acted first. Which, in my opinion,
what he said, he was like the NBA put the players in a really tough spot. So
Yeah.
there's like 5 or 6 teams in China doing press conferences when this happens. So
Yeah.
people are like, so what do you think about this? As a player, you're like, what do you say? Like, because anything you say is going to be just destroyed.
manipulated.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So LeBron was like, they put us in a fucking terrible spot. And this guy obviously had no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like in,
Zero clue.
so.
Like, had no clue about the Hong Kong situation?
Yeah, exactly. He had no idea. He had no info into
like,
it.
He was making,
not to boil it down to race, not to make any assumptions, two giant blanket statements, but
Yeah.
he's just some white businessman from somewhere in Houston in Texas.
Mhm.
What do you think he knows about what's going on in China? Again, assuming that he's
Well, I mean,
not too aware of what's going on in the world.
But that's pretty much what LeBron said.
Yeah.
but like, so why is he saying that he doesn't know what he's talking about? Just because he made the statement, or
Just
like,
I think LeBron just said that to kind of like cover the NBA's ass in a way, because he's LeBron
covered
is
his
the face
own
of the
ass.
NBA, and he doesn't want, and he pretty much just said, "Hey, this guy doesn't speak for the whole NBA." when he
Correct.
says
Okay,
stuff
so-
like
And he
this.
covered his own ass
Yeah.
because LeBron, he's not stupid. He's a business guy.
Yeah.
Because he also then called out the NBA. He's like, you guys put us in a fucking shitty
Yeah.
spot.
like
so the way I interpret like LeBron's statement there is him basically saying like, I'm pro China, and that like he's saying that if you're like on Hong Kong's side, then you don't know what you're
and
talking about.
like
Kind of.
you're like on the one half of the entire internet right
That's
now.
how you can say it. But like again,
Yeah.
he said they put us in a tough spot. I don't think this guy was informed. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the one thing I don't understand about the whole informed part though is like Hong Kong's literally fighting for human rights because they're literally being killed in the streets.
Yeah,
So
like-
like how is advocating for that?
There's too much
saying that
mud
you're
in
uneducated.
between. Like, ultimately, if you're like a human being that has empathy, you're siding with the people of Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like,
Too much money involved.
there's too much money involved and too many contracts and
Mhm.
capitalism, blah 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 blah, buzzwords like that just get in the way of it.
But don't you think that's kind of like
It's fucked up.
it's pretty fucked up that they're supporting a
Everyone's
dictatorship that's killing.
Everyone's for the cause until the cause costs them money, pretty
Yes.
much,
Yeah.
and then this is where we ended up. But
Well, it cost Blizzard a lot of money.
yeah, good.
Yeah, I was reading an article where it cost them, at least in the U.S., between 18 to 23% of their realized revenue.
Damn,
A lot of people got pissed off.
serves them right though.
Mhm.
We're like trying to censor all that so fast.
And especially if that's like billions in revenue. That's
Yeah,
a lot
23% of
money.
Well,
Blizzard is
So
fucked.
the big thing is that BlizzCon is like November 5th.
No,
Like,
oof.
Oh, it's
the-
gonna be a shit
And
show.
so remember last year when they announced the Diablo mobile game and the
That's
whole
garbage.
debacle of "Don't you guys have phones?" thing came out because everyone was pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So this was supposed to be like the redemption year, and
Not
now
looking good.
so there was
off to a bad start.
there was something set up on the Hearthstone subreddit where a guy is like doing a fundraiser to buy pro Hong Kong shirts, and they're going to distribute them at BlizzCon, like at the door, and then everyone's just going to wear them. And the best part's because this whole event's supposed to be broadcasted worldwide,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be able to broadcast it in China because of all the people wearing the
Oh.
shirts.
Yeah.
And like people are saying like some people wanted to come dressed up as Winnie the Pooh because Winnie the Pooh is banned in China.
Makes sense.
Because
I didn't know that, but we can delve into
so
it.
They hate
the reason why is because for a while in China, it was a meme that the president looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, true.
So he censored Winnie the Pooh all in China because he hated it.
It's just gone.
I forgot
Doesn't
about
exist.
that.
Yeah, so people are like, they want to dress up as Winnie the Pooh. They want to wear pro Hong Kong shirts. They want to wear like anti-China shirts. So they're basically trying to fuck over Blizzard as much as possible.
Dude, just screw that tyrannical Chinese government. Come killing me, Chinese mercenaries.
No, don't
I'm
say
saying
that.
it right
God.
now.
Next week,
God.
Rob's not here.
We're having technical
Who do we
difficulties.
get?
We hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Rob
Just
has
like
died.
totalitarian, killing people, like inhumane treatment. I've done a little bit of research on it. It just doesn't. It's not a good scene over there. Every human should
Unless
not,
you're LeBron, in which case you love it.
If you're a human being
Wouldn't say
living
loves
in a developed nation, you shouldn't have to be fear for your life just because you don't agree with your government. Like I don't agree with the government we have now on everything, but no one's gonna kill me for it.
That's
I
what you
hope.
think.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Knock,
man.
knock.
You kind of just told them to.
Trudeau's here.
Yeah. Honestly, man. Whatever.
Well, on that depressing note, we should wrap up
Yep.
because we're already at an hour and a half.
I hope everyone has a
Hey.
shitty week
Oh,
after that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Rob's next bank account update next
Yep.
week. If you even get paid by then.
Probably won't. I don't think so.
I don't think you will either, honestly.
think
Yeah,
Negative
probably-
30.
If it's Thursday to Thursday,
I don't know,
most
man.
places.
Blue collar could be weekly. You never know.
Or it's extra under the table.
That'd be sick. But it's not. You just
Yeah.
said
No,
that.
yeah, it's not.
Never mind.
It's now on top of the table,
Yeah.
Slid across in an orderly manner.
but in an envelope.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Take care, guys.
Peace
Go
out.
Leafs, go.